This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are live with the MMA-Holes!
Mixed Martial A-Holes! MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial A-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
Boom, 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 boom.
No way.
Jon Jones declined another drug test. Yay or nay? We'll find out tonight from the MMA-Holes. We have UFC 232 to talk about, some MMA news, and James McKenna live with the MMA-Holes. Yes. Wonderful, wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, TGIW is the night, right? Jessie, it's Wednesday.
Yes.
It's hump day. We are
hump day.
live once again for a 2-hour show, and we have a lot of things to talk about. Jon Jones in the news once again, has a big fight against Alexander Gustafsson. They're doing it for a second time. Crazy stuff over there. A lot of MMA stories to talk about. We'll take your phone calls. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got a guest tonight live on the MMA-Holes. Your request, James McKenna, back on the show. Yes. James, what's going on? Welcome back to the MMA-Holes. How you doing?
What's up, guys? How you doing? Sorry, I just got loud for a second.
They knew we were live. They were excited. That's what it was, right?
Yeah, I got my own cheering section. That's what I brought for the interview. I come prepared.
There you go. Now, James McKenna, some people may not know who you are, but it's time to know about this man. Triton Fights number 10 went down, and as request from the fans, the viewers, the audience was like, hey, hold on a second. We need James McKenna on this show. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. The American Psycho gets a fantastic finish and now goes 1-1 as an amateur fighter. Talk us through a rare finish and a first victory for you. Talk us through that whole experience.
It was completely surreal. When I went in there, I was a little stiff and nervous to start. I didn't, and the one thing I did that I liked was I stayed on the outside of his overhand right, which I knew was his main weapon. I wasn't terribly scared of the takedown, as we saw. So I did that. I didn't set up my kicks well, but once he shot in, I sprawled initially, and then he shoots again, which is like he reshot, which was good. And I hear from my coach says like, dude, let him take you down. You're fine. And so I fell down and went into clamp. From the clamp, I started working from off of level.
Super chat.
Hold that thought. We have a super chat coming in.
That is.
Shout out to JBH Hart.
I went into clamp and started working my submissions, and I wanted to lock in that gogoplata initially, just because I knew I was because I had decent off balance on him, and I had it under the chin, but my leg was trapped. This is also me attempting to get the triangle, but he tracked my foot really, really well. To his credit, I couldn't get on the inside to get that in, but I knew the go-go was a pretty high percentage finish if you get it in. Getting it in is very, very low percentage, as you know. There's like a handful that have been finished ever, like Nick Diaz, then Shinya Aoki, a few other guys. But so he got that. I started attacking the arm in a poor manner without wrist control, and that's why he got those 4 or 5 shots on my face. But once I felt that, I was a little more comfortable. Except there was a moment where I said to myself, am I going to lose? I'm dumb. And so I tried the triangle sequence again, and I tried to get the arm over my shoulder. That didn't work. Looked for the Kimura, and I said, screw it, let's go omoplata, which happens to be one of my best maneuvers. I just know that once you lock it in, I'm probably gonna get the sweep. But he couldn't roll, and then I hear Ariel and Tony B, Ariel Sexton and Tony B, my corner, yelling, dude, push the hand. And once I pushed the hand, or before I pushed the hand, I saw him put a thumbs up. So I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble. I got to get ready for this roll. Then I see his hand hit the mat. I'm like, wait, is that a tap? And then, like, I didn't win this. I could have won this way. No fucking way. And then the ref jumps in. I'm like, holy shit! I lost my fucking mind. I was super excited about it.
I tell you what, yeah, I mean, listen, you get your first victory over there, and you lost your mind. It was hilarious to watch, but it was very unique. A lot of people in the chat were excited about this. They're like, holy shit, Is that real? Did that really just happen? Did that happen? They were actually pretty pumped up about that to see something, a very rare move, and you say this is a signature move by yourself.
Yeah, I don't finish it too often, but I lock it in. I like to lock it in a lot, at least within training. Knowing that it's low percentage to finish, it's just okay. I get the sweep, I get on top, then I can play a little bit there, implement some ground and pound, maybe look for submissions from there. It's a tactical move. You can't always look. A is not always going to work, man. You got to look for B. The whole thing was a sequence that I worked on the ground in the dressing room. Like if you talk to people who are in the dressing room, maybe you'll say that I was on the ground working through takedown into clamp to triangle to whatever I needed to do.
Hold that thought. We got a super chat coming in. Hold on one second.
This guy looks disturbed. Ask him where he keeps the bodies.
Now, this is a great question. Where do you keep the bodies?
I want to say under my bed, but that's a little too cliche. At your mom's house.
Oh,
there you go. Shots fired. The
shots
Pulse wrote.
fired.
We have James McKenna live in the MMA-Holes. We saw him on Triton fights. It was crazy. It was loud. It was crazy over there. You get a big victory. Now, Al Pringle. Shout out to Al Pringle, real good guy, friend of the show. Fighting Al is always an interesting fight because he always brings it. He comes out guns blazing. And we have a donation. Hold on a second.
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
All right.
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Big with the donation.
Most
I
please
like it a
stop
lot,
coming to
actually.
the hospital every night to visit this big black cock and ball. Baby wearing a mask. It's
Nice.
creepy as fuck. Sorry, Jessie.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
apparently, I don't know. I'm not sure. I visit a hospital with cock and balls or something like that. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, James, thank you for coming back on. It's a little bit clearer now. We can hear you. How did you get into mixed martial arts and this whole American Psycho thing? We spoke about it briefly before. Love this personality, this persona, but you definitely seem to be unique. Tell us a little backstory on how you became a mixed martial artist.
Well, when I was 17, I lost my job being a lifeguard because I don't do well sitting still unless you haven't figured out I'm a little bit of an ADHD kid. Would have thought that. And so, my brother was he was a karate guy. He was, and so I did a little karate as a kid, as all of us did. And so he got me a job over there, just like sweeping floors and helping out teach and whatever. And I fell in love with that a little bit. I got pretty good. I actually ended up winning nationals at the intermediate level. I kind of got sick of the lack of contact, and from there I did a little combat samba there. And then in college, when I went to college, they had a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu club. I was more interested in that, and that was cool. But it wasn't until I took a year off of school, and like my head wasn't in the right place. I wasn't where I needed to be mentally, and I needed to switch and make a change. And so what had happened was I was improperly medicated for many, many years, and I didn't figure that out till around that time. I took the year off of school, and one day I just said, I'm done with this. I'm going to just train. I'm going to work out every day. I'm going to work my balls off, and this is how I'm going to create my happiness.
Hold that story. We have a donation coming in.
Choo-choo, motherfucker. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Jesse, it's Robin Black. Hold on. Let's see what Robin has to say.
I'm Robin Black and I want to invite James on my show.
Wow.
I hear he's a fan and I am a fan of his last fight. James, DM me on Twitter, my friend.
Holy shit.
Cheers.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. I'm a huge fan of Robin Black.
Unbelievable. Yeah, we gotta hook this up. Robin Black is a fan of you as well. Look at that. Who'd have thought?
Dude, I love his breakdowns.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
He's a interesting man as well. So continue your story. I want to find out some more about that backstory.
So one of these, I just said, I'm done. I'm done taking my medication. So every day this is where around the time I started at Ray Longo's when I was still living in Long Island. And I would go to, I said, you're going to the gym every day, 3 hours a day. And so for Jesus Christ. So for every, fucking friends. For 3 hours a day, I'd go to the gym. I'd do a Thai boxing class, a jiu-jitsu class, or a wrestling class, a boxing class, or whatever. Just every day I'd go for 3 hours. And then I was still living with my mom at the time, and she says, James, you seem really happy lately. What's going on? I was like, oh, I stopped taking my pills. And she's like, what the fuck?
So what do you think?
And so I've learned a way to create my own I want to say, I like saying mental health, but like, let's, I'm still me.
Listen, this whole mental health thing is a big thing right now. Everyone's aware. We're pretty aware of what's going on. When people have issues, when some people have depression or whatever it may be, you need an outlet. You need some place to have this outlet. And what better place than within a cage with another human being, right? I mean, you get everything out. How could you not release that energy better than something like that?
Oh, absolutely. After it was over, I was making a joke with my friends, and because I knew a lot of guys in the backstage. There was like, "Hey, is there some way to bottle this feeling and just inject it into me every day?" That would be great.
Now, let me ask you a question. When you were younger, were you bullied as a kid? Did you have a backstory like that?
Oh, I got picked on ruthlessly. It was never physically, because I was very easy to set off. You know what I mean? You just got an anxious kid, you put them on Adderall. When you give an anxious kid amphetamines, and you think they're gonna even out. For some of them, sure. Me, not really. I was just very like tense and crazy and not well liked. So I got made fun of a lot. Mostly verbally, physically not so much, just because I was always kind of strong and I was pretty athletic. But like I just never, I never really got along with that many people growing up. So yeah, that definitely sparked it, you know.
Now we have James McKenna live in the MMA-Holes. Triton Fights number 10 was where he fought, and he beat an Al Pringle, getting his first victory inside a cage. What is next for James McKenna?
They just offered me another fight February 8th. I think I'm going to take it.
Good stuff.
We'll see if the kid, I don't know. They dropped the name. I don't know if it's confirmed or anything. So we'll hopefully that pans out. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, I mean, I'll just keep training, keep myself in there, keep myself active. I mean, like I said, there's nothing better for me as a human being than keep myself physically and psychologically and intellectually engaged. And like we said, MMA, it's the way to do it. It's a chess match while you're getting punched in the face.
Sure. Now we have some comments from the chat. I want Jessie to see what the questions are over there. What do they have to say to James McKenna?
Post Reloaded would like for you to show your forearms.
Your forearms.
Hold up. I'm going to take my ugly Christmas sweater off because it's actually hot in here. Hold up. I'll fix it.
All right, everyone, hold on. Let me play some sexy music. All right, here we go. James McKenna is taking off his shirt for Pulse Reloaded, and here come the forearms. All right, there we go. All right.
Forearms.
Beautiful. They're beautiful forearms. All right, Jess.
We're looking for total ham, so I have no problem with this.
Yeah.
Okay, then you're going to love the rest of these.
All right.
Staley02 wants to be friends with you, bro.
Who's
Staley02.
Would you want to be friends with Staley02?
I don't see any reason why I wouldn't want to be friends with Staley02.
Okay, there you go.
Let's go. I'm not training.
King Your Mother's Ring says, what's your next monologue entrance song going to be?
Oh, that's a great question.
Could you say it one more time? It just got loud again. Hold up.
What's your next monologue entrance song going to be?
Oh, hold on a second.
That's a really good question. I haven't thought about it yet.
Hold that thought. We got a donation coming in. This is Vinny the Chin. Hold on one second. Let's see what Vinny has to say.
What are your thoughts on John Gott Jr. as a fighter? Could you knock him out?
Oh.
If you do,
No.
be careful getting pizza in Queens, NY. The Gambino crime family sponsors John Gott's flights.
All right. Yeah. Do you think you could beat up John Gotti the third?
Isn't he a middleweight?
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's a pretty big guy.
Yeah, no.
The answer is no. Okay.
He's a middleweight and he's a pro fighter. I'm a 2-fight amateur.
Yeah. We'll give you time, and then you can beat him up. All right. So, Jesse, what else do we have in the chat?
Your next monologue entrance song.
Okay, yeah.
I haven't thought that through. I really enjoyed Hit to Be Square because it's fun and poppy, and it's like, all right, cool. Or it's silly because this is such not a fight song. But every time I hear it, it makes me think of Axe murdering Paul Allen in the middle of a Manhattan apartment. So.
Please do me this favor. Please, please, please. You need to keep that song. It is my favorite movie of all time. And when you walked into that,
it's either gonna be that or like some obnoxious punk rock song, like "Ready to Die" by Andrew WK or "Immigrants and Hypocrites" by Starved Fucking Hipsters, like with some typical bullshit. I did Cox Bar, which is like an oi band from the '70s, for the last song, and it's great. Every time I hear it, I have to punch something. But like, I'll be at work and that comes on, I'm just like, over and over.
Gets it going, huh?
Song.
Just what else do we have from the chat?
Kevin Costa would like to know, do you have aspirations of fighting in the UFC?
That would be amazing. The question I have, like, I am riddled with self-doubt, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. Like, I am so riddled with self-doubt. It was John Calistine, EBI winner. Like, you should, if God willing, that kid will get in the cage and you guys can interview him. He's a really good kid. Okay. Because he was saying, like, you should really get it. And he was telling me, like, you should get in there. I was like, I'm not so sure I'm good enough. He goes, like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm making you fight. I'm making this decision for you. So it's just one of those things where I'm going to keep training. I'm going to keep fighting. If I get into the UFC, that would be phenomenal. I would love that. That would make me so happy. It would be a lifelong dream come true. If it doesn't, I mean, if I getting to a professional level would even be like a dream come true. I could say I could die saying, yeah, I was a professional athlete, and and hopefully a decent one. But yeah, that would be amazing if I could do that.
How long are you looking to? What's the timeline? Do you have a goal of when you would like to go pro? I know you're very early in the game right now, but do you have a goal within the next couple of years? When would you like to go pro?
Ideally within after 5 fights, but I think that might be too soon. I got to talk to my coaches about that.
All right.
You know what I mean? Because I feel when I watch myself fight, I feel like I don't crash forward. I don't throw a bunch of dumb punches. I mean, I had a couple of Thai fights that I did all that. I got all that out, and I felt pretty composed in there for the most part. There's no anger on my face. Just stone cold still at understanding my position and what I was doing. But if I feel good after 5 fights, yeah, great. If not, maybe 10. We'll see where the wind blows.
Jesse, anything else from the chat?
Two Joints wants you to be careful not to bash your head on whatever's above you.
Looks dangerous.
That is very kind of you. I was noticing that, and I'm like, oh, good. I'm just tall. I'm just tall enough to hit that on my head.
It's like he's on a roller coaster.
I don't need that cut.
And Steve Johnson wants to know if you were born with any birth defects.
Was I born with a birth defect? Dude, just his personality. Like, come on.
Listen, it's unique for sure. James McKenna, check him out. smarter.then.I.look on Instagram. Are you on Twitter as well?
I'm not, but I might have to be if Robin Black wants me on his show, man.
We're gonna have to set that up. All right, last words, and I need one. I have one request for you before you go. So, any sponsors or anything like that? Now's the time to say it.
Fuck.
All right, fuck the sponsors.
I do have it's Live Lost. That's it. Live Lost Motorcycle Club. Thank you so much for sponsoring me, especially at an amateur level. It's very, very kind of you. It's a Live Lost Motorcycle Club. Thank you to the Renzo Gracie Academy. Thank you to Ray Longos for making me the man I am today. Thanks to the Watt for letting me spar with you guys. Red Planet Muay Thai, all my training partners, the Shire, Tony B, Ariel Sexton, Gary Tonin, John Donaher, fucking all you guys. You guys have made me a better man. You've made me who I am, and I truly cannot respect you enough. If any of you guys live in Brooklyn, I bartend at Cobra Club 3 to 9 Saturday, Sunday. I'm just as fun in person.
That's what we should do a meetup, Jesse. What do you think? That should be a spot for the MMA-Holes. We should.
I love it, man. Yeah, it's always a good time.
We'll keep in touch. If you could do me one favor, I know you're at a party right now. Can you walk us into this party and scream out, "I am the fucking American Psycho"? Is there a way we can get you to do that?
Yes.
All right, here we go. This is.
I can't wait to see this.
All right, here we go.
This is fucking ruthless, and I don't know anybody at this party except for 2 people.
All right, James McKenna is about to crash the party. Here we go.
Sorry, guys. Do not push the door like
that. Here we go.
People right here.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I can't do it.
No?
Sorry, guys. Can't do it.
Uh-oh, what happened? There's too many people?
I got in trouble.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. Anyway, James, thank you for coming on. Good luck in the future. We'll talk to you soon.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Take it easy, guys.
All right, be good. James McKenna just got in trouble. There he is. All right. James McKenna. What the fuck was that? All right, check him out on Instagram. Good guy over here. We had him on. We went to Triton Fights number 10, and he is some character. He's funny, nice guy. And this is a screenshot from one of the streams that he was on. And I can't make out who this was, but it says, "This guy odd." There you go. James McKenna. Let me know at the ones if you would like to follow the career of Smarter Than I Look. Let me know what the ones right now. Jesse, what a way to start the show.
What an awkward ending to an interview.
All I was thinking about during that interview was like, I want him to go in that party and crash it.
Yeah.
But he just got yelled at. What do you think that was about?
Well, I think he opened the door too quickly on someone.
Yeah.
Someone was standing on the other side. Like, there was a woman standing on the other side, and I think a guy got mad at him because he hit the woman when he opened the door too hard. So...
No, I guess he was going to get beat up at the party. Anyway, funny guy walked into Huey Lewis in the news.
Great.
How could you not like him? All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is TGIW, and let's get this party started off right. Jesse, let's read the chat, and let's talk about Jon Bones Jones.
Overhand Man says, 1, Brian Roger, anything but 1. Brian Blaze, you made him do that, Moss. King Your Mother's Ring drops all the ones. Post Reloaded with the 0. Steve Johnson's laughing. I like genius guests. They are a challenge to abuse. Rose 34 says, Two Joints says she was pregnant. King Your Mother's Ring, my one's bigger than your one. Dux Cognito says, who hangs out next to a door? Well, if it's a big party in a small place, I would assume that they don't really have many places to stand. Drunk Savage says, "Don't stand in front of a door, you stupid people."
she got what was coming to her.
Yeah.
She got what was coming to her. That girl. Anyway, I'm gonna overwrite some of the votes. I am fascinated by this guy. He's just starting, and I just want to document his career. Like, I want to pick that one guy where we find from the very, very beginning, like the seed. We plant the seed and we walk with him through his quest. And the guy's hilarious. He's freaking hilarious. So I say yes, James McKenna. We're gonna follow this guy along. Anyway, let's talk about Jon Bones Jones. Yay or nay? Well, man, he is back in the news, and he is fighting in a couple of weeks to end the year against Gustafsson Part 2. Before we get started on this conversation, I have to give a little shout out over here on Instagram. Guy Smalley is his name. Check this guy out. Now, usually he puts fun cartoons on the interwebs, but he's been on a roll, Jesse. He's been on a roll, and he's been going after Jon Jones. Now, listen, Jon's been on the show for a good 15 seconds, and it was nice of him to even come on our show, but he walked away from us, so how dare he? We've had friends of Jon Jones on the show, and they've been nice enough to withstand the MMA-Holes. But let's take a look at some of this art over here. Jess, what is this? I Can't Drive 35. There is Jon Bones Jones. Bad to the bones, right? It seems like he has some driving problems, right? Some issues with driving. What about this, Jesse? Check this out.
Bones Jones and his finger poke of death.
What does it say underneath, Jesse?
If you Google Bones eye pokes, you will see dozens of pictures of open-handed face strikes, slaps that have become a pattern for Jones. These have resulted in a number of eye injuries. For some reason, the illegal open strikes have not been stopped by the referees. Why? Are they waiting for someone to be blinded? And Jones, you are too talented to fall back on such dirty tactics.
Then he follows it up with a series of eye pokes underneath the picture. So, Bones Jones. What else does he have over here? Let's see this. Oh, look at this. This is John.
The Jones brothers.
The Jones brothers. What's needles coming? Now, if you don't know, John's brother is a professional football player as well, right? You want to sing this song, Jesse?
I'll sing the first line.
Okay.
Just the two of us. We stick needles in our ass.
Just the two of us. We love to lie in and cheat.
Just the two of us. Wait.
That's your line.
Oh, we blame supplements but apologize.
Yes, we do. Boo hoo hoo. There they are. Over there. There they are. And my favorite over here from Guy Smalley is this one. This is a great one over here.
Hail to the best MMA fighter of all time.
And then he has a little inhale over here. Inhale. And then we scroll, and there he is. Oh, God. Go give this guy a follow over here. Guy Smalley is his name over there. Go give him a follow. And, yeah, he's really riding Jon Jones hard. We might have to hang one of these things up in the background. I mean, this one right here would be hilarious. This one, I have my eyeballs on that one. I love it. Let me know in the chat which one you like the best. And,
follow this guy.
Shout out to this motherfucker. What do you think about Jon Bones Jones? Yay or nay? Are you excited to see him back in the cage? And I have to say this, even though he has a little checkered past, I'm pumped. I'm really pumped to see him back in here. I got a little fire. Am I going to be rooting for the guy? It's going to be a little tough, but I'm pumped to see him back in there. Chat, what do you say?
Ann H says, that's my guy Smalley. He rocks. Isaiah Moore, oh yeah. Kinshiro Ryu MMA says, Jones will track him down. Hussein Ali, fuck the Jones brothers.
Oh.
Nay. Steve Johnson says, I already told you. Van Shipman says, Almond Bro 74, what's up? Hussein Ali says, Gus won the first fight. And he has books for sale too, guys. B Knows 202 says, yet you ignore Connor's drug use. Isaiah Moore says, that Coke Mountain. Drunk Savage says, Jon Jones is gonna have an Artie Lang nose by 40.
What is B Knows? Man, Jesus Christ. He's got like a hard on for Conor McGregor. Like, we're not even talking about him. And what do we've had our Coke conversations about Conor. What are you doing? Thank God for Artem. Thank God.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
It's Large Chin Vin.
What an epic Robin Black donation. This guy really believes Robin Black wants to have him on his show.
Wait, that wasn't him?
That was very happy. And I'm proud of my large chin great nephew for pulling off that epic troll. By the way, the chin sells Jones coke and steroids.
There you go. The large chin is the culprit. He's the one that gets Jon Jones in trouble, apparently. All right. So, Jessie, what do you think about Jon Bones Jones coming back into the UFC?
I will tell you after I tell you the news about Jon Jones because it's important in making a decision.
All right. So let's go.
The news is back.
It's time to fap. The news is back.
The news is back. The
All
news
right.
is back.
Let's fap.
The news is back. JBH,
What's in the news?
Simps be acting all confused. MMA is what we need. Come on, these pussy please.
1, 2, 3.
What?
Jessie's got her
Tit showing.
lying down.
Look out.
Tit showing.
Jesse's.
Got her tit showing.
Lying down, 69, dog kiss, tit showing.
Lying down with my tits in the air.
Jesse Bell Hill doesn't fucking care.
Where is my dog?
It's like a musical tonight.
To make out shove
That dog tongue.
right in my mouth. Jessie's got
Yeah.
her tit showing. Lying down 69 tit showing. Jessie's got her tit showing. Lying down 69 dog kiss tit showing.
Oh my God.
Jessie's got her
Tit showing.
Lying down 69 tit showing. Jessie's got her tit showing.
Lying down, 69, dog kiss, tit showing.
Kevin Costa.
My originally ignored shout out to JBH Hart.
There it is. Jesse.
Shout out to Kevin Costa.
Thank you, Kevin Costa. One day, Jesse will get your name right.
I said Costa.
Jon Jones declines additional VADA drug testing recommend. I love you. Well, it's easy. All right, Jesse, what's in the news?
All right. According to BJPenn.com, Jon Jones declines additional VADA drug testing recommended by CSAC.
So what is this VADA? What's this about?
I will tell you.
All right.
At a hearing earlier this month, the California State Athletic Commission advised former UFC light heavyweight champ Jon Jones to enroll in VADA drug testing in addition to the United States Anti-Doping Agency, which is USADA, drug testing that he's subject to as a UFC fighter. This extra testing was not mandatory, merely encouraged. Commissioner Martha Shen-Uriquidez told Jones at the hearing, I, for one, would like to put the doubts to sleep and put them away once and for all. And for people to believe that you are that talented and you are the greatest and that you can win a fight just clean and that this is Jon Jones and to put those doubts away once and for all. At first, Jon Jones and his team seemed open to this idea, although his attorney, Howard Jacobs, said they would need more information before committing. He said, quote, we need to see what exactly it is that we're agreeing to as far as what VADA is testing for when they test what their restrictions are. In the end, however, Jon Jones and his team have declined to partake in his additional testing, choosing instead to stick to the USADA testing that all UFC fighters are subject to. CSAC Director Andy Foster confirmed this news to MMA Junkie on Wednesday. Speaking to MMA Junkie on Monday, Jacobs divulged that there were some issues with the notion of VADA testing, which would test Jones for performance-enhancing drugs, but not drugs of abuse. Jon Jones will return to the octagon at UFC 232 on December 29th, when he will battle Alexander Gustafsson for the vacant UFC light heavyweight title. Jones will enter this fight having not fought since July of 2017, when he knocked out Daniel Cormier. Unfortunately, this bout was quickly ruled a no contest when it was announced Jones had failed a drug test. The title was returned to Cormier, and after more than a year of deliberation, the USADA handed Jones a 15-month suspension. Because the suspension was retroactive to the date of his failed test, he was eligible to compete again at the end of October. He's 22-1 overall. Jones and Alexander Gustafsson first met in UFC 165, as we all know, in 2013 in Toronto.
Okay. Jesse. Now that this is read, and by the way, this picture's the best. I need this on the wall. I need this on the wall of fame for sure. What are your thoughts, Jesse?
I mean, they talked about how VADA was going to be solely testing for performance-enhancing drugs and nothing else of the sort. I think it's just, like, after the whole commission thing came out, I don't know if you remember, like, I think it was, like, 2 weeks ago, the commission came out saying, or someone came out saying that they disagreed with, or commission and USADA were butting heads with the Jon Jones case and stuff. So I think this is just sort of precautionary measure having VADA test Jon Jones because they're testing for performance-enhancing drugs, just kind of put everything to sleep. But at the same time, I think Jon Jones is smart to sort of doubt it, you know?
Yeah.
Because even if he's not positive, even if he's not testing positive, by doing this, it's kind of like it's not letting that case to rest, you know?
Super chat.
Right. Arnold, welcome back.
Jones hits girls with cars. I hit them with my fists.
Look
Nice.
at that. So he's a real man. He hits him with his fists. There you go. Jon Jones, Jon Bones Jones. This is over here. And I'm going to be giving this guy a pop the whole time. Guys, Smalley.
What do you think? Do you think he should have taken that test?
Man. I mean, I understand why he didn't take the test. It's just, to me,
he doesn't win either way. When you think about it, he won't win either way. Because if he doesn't take the test, then they're going to be like, oh, he's hiding something he's using again. But then if he does take the test, his case is never put to rest.
I always learned from working for a union back in the day that you never sign anything or take anything that you don't have to.
Yeah.
Right? And if he doesn't have to
wasn't
do it,
mandatory.
then no, I wouldn't take the test either. So I completely get it. Do I think he's dirty or anything now? No, I don't think he's dirty right now. I don't. My thing is, it's how much, what's the countdown, right? What's the shelf life of his return?
And he does have a shelf life. He's proved that before.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but he says he's still drinking and he's still having a good time, and good for him. You know, I mean, listen, everyone's entitled to party, you know, but when you keep on making the same mistakes, it's just a matter of time before the wheels come off again. You know, he rattles off a couple of wins, and then something most likely is going to happen again. So it's basically me sitting here holding onto the arms of my chair, like, all right. Like, it's like a roller coaster. It's like, is it over yet? Did it stop? Are we at the end of the roller coaster? The end of the roller coaster is him getting suspended again. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that Jon Jones has a clean path to his final end of his career. He has a lot left. If you think about it, he's still young. Had a lot of time to rest and recover and do whatever he has to do to get in shape. But it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time.
Super chat.
We got Steven coming in. McWilliams.
Hopefully Jon comes back embracing his bad side, cause opinions aren't gonna change, so show them. Plus best eye poke was from good guy DC on Stipe.
DC, yeah, he did. Listen, a lot of fighters have been guilty of the eye poke. And it's not even it's the gloves, if you think about it, right? These gloves are, I mean, you put your hand out like that, chances are someone's going to get it. The problem is, it's almost happened in every one of Jon Jones's fights. It's not like, oh, okay, DC pokes Stipe. I mean, Jon Jones has been guilty of this over and over and over. And thank you for the donation. He's been guilty of this over and over. It's the repetitiveness of the mistake, you know, and he's been warned a million times. You know, they even made that new rule that's not across the board, but it's pretty much, you might as well call it the Jon Jones rule. I mean, he stuck his finger in the socket. Artem.
Choo-choo motherfuckers. Choo-choo motherfuckers. Choo-choo motherfuckers.
Jon Jones.
My fans are so dumb. Of course I've been using steroids. What an opportunity to take extra drug tests to clear your name if you truly were innocent. But clearly I'm not. Colby is right. I've been doing coke and steroids since JUCO. Suckers.
I mean, it would make me feel a lot better if Jones was just like, yeah, so what? I fucking took steroids. Who cares? You know? Like, who gives a fuck? I took it. What are you going to do? I made a mistake. Kevin.
Who do you feel won the first fight?
I feel gusted, and I'm going to stick with it. Even now, watching it originally, I really felt Gus won it. Watching it back, I could see the argument both ways. I don't go crazy about the fact that Jon won it. Jon was the champ, and those close fights go to champ. And the last round, Jon turned it on. If there was a sixth round, Jon would have fucking ran away with it. He conserved him. He dug deep and came back to life and was able to pull off a pretty convincing fifth round. Fantastic fight. It could have went either way, but when it can go either way, usually it goes to the champ. So I can't go crazy about it, but when I initially watched it, I was like, Gus won that fight. He won that fight. That's what I thought. I mean, I don't know, just we'll find out. We'll find out in the rematch, and I have a feeling it's not going to be as close this time around. I really don't. What do you think? What are your thoughts coming into this fight over here? Jon with the break, making a comeback. Gustafsson has this chip on his shoulder. What do you think about going into this fight?
I don't know if we should expect ring rust or not, to be honest. He hasn't been in a while. I mean, even if he's, training and sparring and all that shit, It's kind of the same thing with Conor McGregor. It's ring rust.
You can't stop this agreement.
We got Vlad.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
I'd respect John more if he dropped the whole good guy Christian persona and said, look, I like to party.
Yep.
I do a little blow and fuck hookers, but I still go in the ring and fuck these guys up.
Yeah.
He'd have more fans if he was himself.
You know, he's almost
I think what it
went
is,
that route. He's almost went that route though. Like,
but I think what it is it's not him putting on the good guy Christian persona. It's him putting on that persona and then shitting all over it when he makes another mistake.
My warm-up consisted of 20 uppercuts to Rachel's jaw.
there you go. All right. Rachel's husband back in the game. What an MMA hole right there. Yeah, he's Jon Jones. If you notice, even in Ariel's thing, he's very unapologetic. He's basically like, this is how I am. You know, I'm not going to stop drinking. This is me. You know, I like to, and I kind of wish he would just go full force with that. And like Vlad said, the whole Christian thing, and I'm a very religious man. No, you're not. Stop it. No religious guy. Fucking, I don't. That's not a religious way. Like, you're a religious person, right? Are you gonna be doing blow and fucking partying and drunk driving? Is that a religious? Is that the way of a Christian?
I think people are really misconstrued in the idea of religion and Christianity. Like, some people take it to the whole, other level where it's like,
It's stupid.
if I'm Christian, I can't do this and that and this and that. And then there's other people who are Christian like myself, but also believe that we're fucking human and we're going to make human decisions. We're going to make human mistakes and we'll answer for it at the end. But until then, I'm going to fucking enjoy my life. And I've done drugs.
What?
I've tried the shit. You know this. Like, everyone knows this. I've tried shit. I've made very stupid decisions in my life. Not just with drugs, but just stupid decisions in general. And yeah, I regret those decisions. But at the same time, those are learning experiences. Those are things that make me who I am today. So, you know what? I'm Christian, but I'm not going to go on this whole I have to be better than everyone else and this and that. No, I'm going to fucking make human decisions and human mistakes. That's just how it is.
So then why are you crucifying Jon Jones?
I don't crucify. No.
No, but I'm just saying.
I don't crucify Jon Jones for the decisions he's made. I crucify Jon Jones for making those decisions, going and getting firsthand treatment from the UFC after making these decisions, swearing to his fans that he's never going to do it again, and then falling back into the same trap. That's what I crucify Jon Jones for. If Jon Jones made these mistakes, was a partier, and like Vlad said, came out and said, I'm a fucking partier, I just do this shit, it'd be a whole other story. But because he's getting a silver fucking platter from the UFC for doing this shit, I don't respect it.
Okay, but put that aside. Jon Jones says he's good now. He regrets what he did, right? He's a Christian. He's turned his life around. The lady that he hit and run is very well off. That was the best, by the way, where he was just like, well, she's a very rich woman now. You know, she made a lot of money from that. It's like, oh, that makes it fine. But, Jon Jones should be forgiven, right? I mean, if you're a religious person, you forgive everybody.
No, you're looking at it completely wrong.
No. What?
I don't
listen,
trust
I'm not
people
religious.
and I don't always forgive people, but I'm still Christian because I'm still fucking human.
All right, so
I'm not Jesus. Jesus forgives people. Jesus trusts people. Jesus makes
fake.
people. It's like this whole almighty fucking thing. But I'm not Jesus. I'm a fucking human being.
Yeah.
So I will I will have human thoughts and I can hate people.
Well, that's
I can not like people. I mistrust people.
Yeah.
I can do all that shit because I'm fucking human.
Okay, but what I'm saying is people make mistakes like Jon Jones, so they should be given another chance. And even if they make multiple mistakes, people make those mistakes.
Yes.
And if you believe in sweet baby Jesus, then you believe in forgiveness. Right, Jessie?
Isaiah said it best. Forgiveness exists without religion. Have you forgiven people?
Yeah.
And you're not religious.
But I'm talking about religion, right?
We're not talking about religion.
But you're a religious person, and religion revolves around forgiveness and giving people a chance and finding the good.
That's not.
People,
no.
That's.
This is where I'm not going to get into this because this is the MMA holes. We don't talk about Jesus on here.
No, we can talk about Jesus.
We're not talking about Jesus. But I'm just. It's very skewed. Everyone's idea of religion is extremely skewed. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't go to church.
I'm not going to make this whole religious conversation, but my thoughts are people find religion to lead a good path. So you can believe in the fucking purple elephant, for God's sakes, as long as it makes you live a righteous path or a path that is fulfilling and keeps you good. Right?
I don't think it's meant to keep you good, because if it was meant to keep you good, then every religious person would never make a mistake. I think it's meant.
Well, we're human.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not Jesus.
No, but
I think it's meant to, yes, you're going to make these mistakes, which in the past year or so, I have made a lot of fucking mistakes. But I think
pick
it's
the wrong religion.
I think it's meant to, yes, you're going to make these mistakes, but now I'm going to place it in your head. This mistake was made. Let's learn from it and get better.
You can't stop this again.
We got a donation coming in.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
It's old school John Gotti.
Jones is a typical black. He might have money, but you can't buy class. Babies out of wedlock, cheating on his fiancée, GF with hookers, hit and run prego broads. Sure, I whacked over 50 guys, but I have the moral high ground. John Gotti loves Jesus.
There you go. Look at that. Old school John Gotti coming. Not just John Gotti, but old school John. Thank you. Appreciate the donation over there. It's an interesting topic. Scarface.
You can't stop this again, Express.
Let's see Scarface has to say.
Motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
I'm Christian and I can tell you I only sell blow to and only fuck Christian girls like Jessie who make mistakes. Call me 1-800-Deacon Blow.
I'm going to say this right now. I forgive Jon Jones. I forgive him. I forgive him for this. I forgive him for this. I forgive him for this. And I forgive him for this. I forgive Jon Jones. Can I root for Jon Jones? I don't know. I never really did root for Jon Jones, and he kind of blew me off. But I forgive him. I forgive Jon Jones. And I welcome Jon Jones back to the UFC because it's good for us. It's good for ratings.
Can I just point something out real quick?
Sure.
Dan from Oregon says, you hear it wasn't John in the hit and run, it was his brother. Weren't you the one who said that?
Yeah, I said that. Where did you hear that? I did say that.
You got it from an inside source.
No, but if you heard it from another source, it's the truth. Yeah, I actually heard it from, I don't want to say who it is, but yeah.
Wow. All right.
It was actually a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it was like a year ago.
Yeah.
Premier UFC. That's the word on the street. Apparently, John was in the passenger seat. His brother was driving, and then they did the old switcheroo, so his brother didn't get into trouble. And then this happened. Just the two of us. We stick needles in our ass. Just the two of us. We the blue light and cheat. Just the two of us. There they are. All right, let's see what the chat has to say.
Captain Flexible says John should be keen to take any test thrown at him. Staleo2 says I need to go to confession. Don't we all? King Your Mother's Ring says Jon Jones a real MMA hole. Brian Rager, John's bro is in the NFL. He makes more money. Makes sense.
Arnold.
I beat the crap out of Jesus's mom and bit her nips.
Nice.
Mary has tasty nibbles. 20 likes.
20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. 20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. 20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20.
Oh shit, Jesse.
What?
We got 40 likes.
20 likes, 20 likes.
I've got fucking 20 likes.
20 likes, 20 likes. I've got.
You can't stop this again, Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. T-Man.
Choo-choo motherfuckers indeed, because I am going all out with this.
Uh-oh.
Guys, get these two sexy beasts to 1 million subscribers by next year. It's a long shot, but we can do it.
Let's do it.
Sorry, I'm a little too excited. I just created my own guest room. Hash my holes for life.
Thank you, T-Man, for the donation.
1
By the way,
million subscribers in a year?
easy work. Point to the easy work, right? We hit 15K. We're past 15K. 1 million. Boom. Easy stuff, T-Man. Thank you for the donation. By the way, tomorrow, T-Man will be live, and we have a link to T-Man. Do we have him in our description?
Yes.
I think we do. Description. We have him on our featured channels. T-Man is wonderful, wonderful. And
CBD.
You may recognize Santa Claus.
CBD.
Santa Claus will be live tomorrow.
CBD. 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 CBD.
CBD.
CBD. CBD. CBD. CBD. CBD. CBD.
Uh-oh. Smoke up.
CBD. CBD.
Shout out to New York. Marijuana.
And information and stuff like that. So you wanted to get these for before, after the fight training and make your life a better place.
Jon Jones aborted baby.
Jon Jones is an asshole. His BBC busted inside of a whore when he took dick pills. He impregnated the hooker, and because he's evil, he paid the whore off $30K to kill me inside the whore's belly. I never had a chance at life because of their selfishness.
There you go.
That's Jon Jones, aborted baby. There you go. I didn't know Jon Jones' aborted baby was
You know what I'm
viewer.
curious about?
John, what?
Well, we'll call him Jon Jones, aborted baby, but we all know who it really is. Let's just say this person is very anti.
No, that was Jesse.
I'm saying Jon Jones, aborted baby.
Yeah.
This person is very anti-abortion, but also very anti-baby before wedlock. So if someone's pregnant with a baby before wedlock, what do? You just get married because you're having a baby? Like, what? I don't understand.
Jesse, don't ruin the fact that Jon Jones' aborted baby just donated. I mean, don't.
No, I'm not. I'm
don't
asking
take that
a
away
question.
from us.
There's no taking it away.
Don't take that away
Absorb
from
your
me.
donation, but it's a valid question.
Yeah. Feel free, Jon Jones' aborted baby, to constantly reapply your donations because you're wonderful, wonderful. All right.
Wonderful.
And like I said before, I forgive Jon Bones Jones. It's all about forgiveness. Today's show is about forgiveness, Jesse. It's about forgiveness. Jon Jones has made mistakes like all of us. We're human beings. Praise the Lord. He's back in the cage. You don't have to root for him, but I forgive you, Jon Jones. I forgive you and all your sins. And may you have a fruitful career and bring us many views, Jon Bones Jones. Jesse?
Jesse.
Let me put my hand on your head.
No, please don't.
And give you the power of forgiveness.
Yeah.
Because Jon Bones Jones deserves it, Jesse. Jon Jones needs the forgiveness. Feel the forgiveness, Jesse. And Jesse, baby girl, just feel it. Let the forgiveness flow through your small head and into your luscious hair, Jesse. Let the forgiveness come out of your breasts and squeeze out of your nipples onto the air, Jesse.
Yeah.
Feel it, Jesse. Feel the forgiveness. Do you forgive Jon Jones, Jesse?
I feel the forgiveness.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's forgiveness. Is there forgiveness in the chat? Yes or no? Do you forgive him? All right, let's see what the chat says.
Brother Moss, I want to testify, says Hussein Ali. Soma's laughing in the chat. King Your Mother's Ring dropping the hands. Stujoin says, Fook forgiveness. This perv pastor's full of shit. Rest in peace, that shirt off. Jay says, Michael Chapman. Oh, rip that shirt off. Sorry. James Merritt says, stop. Brian Rogers says, Moss, you could start a mega church. Use the Texas tornado claw on her, says Steve Johnson. Hallelujah, says Dux Cognito. Weezing336 says, weird remake of Ghost. No, says Michael Chapman. Mr. Iron Hex says, Cormier is literally retarded, and I missed the rest. Pulse Reloaded says, John can burn in hell. Joe Aquim says, nah. Wyatt Neff says, Gus won the first fight. Hussein Ali, Jon Jones versus Yo Romero. I want to see that. Love you. Drunk Savage says, I only forgive winners, so if he wins, okay.
Listen, the only reason why I want to forgive Jon Jones, let me be honest with you. Let me be honest with the whole community. I want to party with him. I want to try. I want to try cocaine for the first time, and I want to do it with Jon Jones. I do.
You don't want to try cocaine with me?
Well, you can be there too. But I want to be. Yeah, I want to go bottle service.
You put Jon Jones before me.
Well, listen, Jon Jones has got more money than you.
The dude walked off of his fucking show, and he put him before me.
I forgive him, Jesse. This is about forgiveness. This is not the old MMA-Holes. This is a new year. 2019 is right around the corner. And we're about forgiveness. And I just want to do fucking cocaine with Jon Bones Jones. Is that too much to ask? Arguably the greatest fighter of all time. I just want to sniff some coke with this man, Jesse.
Yeah.
Is that too much to ask?
A little bit.
Well, what else do we have in the news?
All right. According to MMA Fighting, Anderson Silva is very surprised by Jacare Souza's recent title shot criticisms. Anderson Silva doesn't seem to appreciate recent comments made about him by former training partner Ronaldo Souza. Jacare said in a live chat with the Brazilian website PVT last week that he didn't believe Silva would deserve a UFC middleweight title shot if he beats Israel Adesanya at UFC 234 in February. UFC President Dana White told Silva that a victory would earn him that #1 contender spot. Silva said Monday at a press conference at his new Spider Kick gym that he was surprised to hear Souza's comments, especially because of the history between the two men dating back to their time in Brazil.
That's it?
Yeah, you weren't listening to the
Jesse.
news.
I can multitask.
He never listens. Okay, tell me what that was about.
It's about fucking Anderson Silva. He's very
what about
surprised
Anderson
about
Silva?
Jacare Souza.
Yeah, what did he say? What did he say?
He said he's fucking.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
you weren't listening.
Jessie.
What did he say?
Now we are
No,
multitasking.
MMA-Holes will test him right now. Don't worry, it's okay. Don't get upset.
Are you tonight? Are you looking to ruin bits and ruin the show? Are we trying?
This is a bit.
Just deliver the goddamn news. I don't have to pay attention.
No, this is a bit.
They have to pay attention.
Trust
it's
me.
their job.
I just want to know what did Anderson
I don't
Silva-
give a fuck to be. All right, let me be honest with you. You want me to be honest with you? I don't listen to half the news. I don't. I'm doing a lot of things here, and then I hit the tail end of the news, and then I give my opinion on it. That's basically how it works, right? There's a lot of things. I'm doing a lot here.
What are you doing?
I'm multitasking. I'm getting the graphics ready. I'm speaking to the chat. I'm getting bits ready. I'm thinking ahead. I don't care about the news. I don't.
We should drop the ones in the chat if you want to destroy the news bit.
Let's get rid of the news. No, it's good. They want to be informed. But listen, I don't care. I don't.
I kind of want to drop the news bit.
All right. You don't want us to take a vote. A lot of people like the news. It's probably a 50-50 split. You don't? You want to stop it?
Well, what else am I going to do?
I don't know. That's a good question. Forgive. That's what you can do. I forgive you for reading the news, Jessie. I forgive you.
You're the one who told me.
All right, we're going to finish the story.
Stop
Stop it before you give me AIDS.
That was it. That was the story.
Oh, was it? All right. So what do you think about that, Jessie? You don't even care about that story. Stop it.
What are you talking about?
What was it about, though? I wasn't paying attention. Go ahead.
Anderson Silva is upset because Jacare Souza said that he didn't deserve a UFC title shot. Anderson
and that's
Silva
what I said.
is not only shocked about it, but he says that given his past training with Souza, that's why it's shocking to him.
Okay.
So Souza shouldn't have said it in the first place.
Okay. What's the next story?
Wonderful.
It's like school. No more news. My timestamps. Michael Angelone's a little upset. No, we'll keep the news, for God's sakes. Everyone loves the news. And it works good on Podbean and iTunes. It's like a bedtime story. All right, what else do we have? Chris CYBORG, yeah. All right, what do we got,
According
Chris?
to MMA News, Chris CYBORG identifies the biggest hole in Amanda Nunes's game. The UFC 232 co-main event will feature a true super fight and a champion versus champion clash between featherweight champ Chris CYBORG and Amanda Nunes, with Nunes something to become the third featherweight champion in the young history of the division. And this is a fight that both ladies want and that Chris CYBORG became adamant about finalizing. She said, quote, "I have been asking for this fight since she started giving interviews saying that she wanted to fight me. It will be a great fight. Nunes is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and has wins over Miesha Tate and Ronda Rousey, so she has the experience of fighting on the biggest events. And of course, it wouldn't be a super fight unless both women have resumes attached to their names." CYBORG continued to say, "I have had many big moments in my career, winning the first major world title in WMMA, capturing the Invicta FC featherweight belt, 2 epic fights in Brazil at 140, and my fight of the night performance against Holly Holm are all examples of big fights, and I don't think any of them are bigger than each other. When the fight actually goes down, CYBORG has many reasons to be confident, and one of them is the cardio issues that many have criticized Nunes for throughout her career, saying, quote, "Amanda has lost 5 out of 8 rounds. She has fought Valentina Shevchenko, is now fighting at 125 pounds. Against a smaller fighter, Nunes showed problems with her conditioning."
Man, CYBORG is going to mutilate Amanda Nunes. I know Amanda Nunes hits like a man. I know she's tough and strong and big and burly, and she's beat Shevchenko twice. But CYBORG will destroy and dominate Amanda Nunes. Destroy Amanda Nunes. Let me know in the chat who you have, Chris or Amanda, in the fight. That will be coming up as the co-main event for Jones versus Gus 2. Good card over here. Let's look at the card. Let's take a look. It's in the book. Jones Gus 2, ending the year strong here. Here's UFC.com. And how about this? CYBORG and Amanda Nunes, they're kind of front and center. I know Jones and Gus are big, but they're in the background. It kind of looks like CYBORG and Amanda Nunes are the main events, right? It's an interesting poster, how they're marketing this thing. I don't know. I would think it would be the other way around, right? The girls, I don't know. But let's look at the main card. And we have Carlos Condit versus Michael Chiesa. We have Latifi versus Corey Anderson, the nipples on the main card, and Chad Mendes versus Alexander Volkanovski. Interesting main card. So UFC 232 winding down 2018, and we'll be live for that shite. Uh-oh.
Then stop disagreeing, express.
The aborted
Choo-choo,
baby.
Motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Imagine if the law allowed women to order doctors to kill their baby up to 5 minutes after birth. Everyone would call that mass murder. Yet if you kill the baby 4 weeks earlier, it's a woman's right. That's mentally retarded, wicked, and pure evil.
Wow. Jon Jones is bored of babies, coming in with some heavy stuff here, Jessie. Any thoughts on that? Did you just zone out during his donation?
Nope.
Oh. Well, what do you guys say in the chat? Let's see what the chapel has. It says the chatpel. That's what we should call him. Instead of the chat, or the chapel, the chatpel, right? It's a very religious group in here. What do you say, Jessie? What do they say?
Soma says Cyborg and Jones both by finish. NH Nipples Man is back. Big Nick Digger says the hottest chick in MMA is Cyborg. Brian Rager says good card probably does 750K pay-per-view sales. Stalio 2 says Amanda does have a gorilla posture.
I'm going to smash your gorilla face in.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Big Nick Digger says Jessie would have bore early on. I would. Tucker Baker says fight, fuck, or kill Amanda Nunes, Cyborg, Gabby Garcia. Two Joint says Penn State Chapel. Josh says passed my exam today. Yee. Congratulations. Right. Steve Madden says let me put my cack in Cyborg's nostrils.
Your cack? That sounds like I don't think Cyborg would like that.
Hussein Ali says Cyborg versus Kevin Lee's belly button. Michael Chapman, I'd ride Cyborg like a chimp. Kainoda74 says God aborted David's first baby. Two Joint says that Platinum Princess is a gorilla posture.
What's this gorilla? Oh, God. So I'm looking at Amanda Nunes. I can kind of see it a little bit. I mean, yeah, I can see it a little bit. Jordan? I mean, we can get in a lot of trouble here, right? Looking at this picture's just not very flattering of Amanda Nunes. There's some times where Amanda Nunes don't look that bad. You know, she looks feminine in a certain way, but she's a big, strong girl. Champion. Champ versus champ super fight, I guess. But some say she looks like Michael Jackson. Some say she looks like Cornelius. You know, you can... Jessie, what do you think Amanda Nunes looks like?
I don't know.
I forgive everyone in the chat saying these horrible things because it's a forgiving type of night, you know? I forgive everyone. All the horrible comments. I forgive Jon Jones. I forgive everyone. This is the theme of tonight. What's a good song? Nah, fuck it. I need a forgiveness song. I don't have one, Jessie. Tonight I forgive Jon Jones. It's not his fault. He is human and people make mistakes. Sometimes it is coke and sometimes you drink and drive and hit a pregnant woman and run out of the car. But first, go back and get your weed before the cops find it in the car. Because you are black and have money, because you'll get in trouble. So run away from the car. And the pregnant lady, you have money and you can pay for the settlements. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Jessie, what else do we have in the news?
Don't play the song. The news is boring.
What? All right.
According to MMA Mania, UFC is teasing a new championship belt. Let's hope it's as snazzy and functional as the new UFC website. There is a video, if you click on the link, on Instagram, the UFC official page posted a little promo. Go ahead and click the link.
All right.
So you can see the promo. It's only like 2 seconds long, but they are taunting it. UFC appears to be unveiling a new championship belt for its upcoming UFC 232 pay-per-view event, which takes place a week from Saturday night inside T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. That would make sense when you consider that Jon Jones and Alexander Gustafsson are competing for the vacant 205-pound strap, and even though Daniel Cormier is technically surrendering his division crown, it's not like he has to return the one around his waist, which is like why photos like this exist.
Are you ready to play this?
Yep.
Is it epic? Ooh. Scary. It's a belt. It looks like a very close up of a belt, Jessie. 12/29/18. Want to watch it again, Jessie?
Sure.
Okay, ready? Everyone, take a look. Let's analyze this video. This is on the UFC. It's a UFC on Instagram. At UFC, go give them a follow. You ready? Don't blink. Shouldn't there have been... Now, if you're listening on Podbeans and iTunes, I'm sorry. We showed some pictures tonight. We're showing videos of the UFC. They put a little taste of a belt scrolling across and some dramatic music. So you can't see it, but you can hear us talking about it. Jessie, what do you think? What are your first thoughts looking at this video? Want me to play it again?
No.
Here. Don't you think that there should be like words?
No.
Right? Like if I was the marketing team for UFC, this is what I would do.
I think this is perfect.
Well, this is what I would do, right? It says 12/29/18, right? And I would do this. Oh, hold on. I'll play it over again. This is what I would do. Okay. Now, this is why they should hire me. Listen. Ready?
Oh, it's a belt. Oh, it's a belt. I wonder why we're showing the belt really close. 12/29/18.
And this is why you're not on the UFC marketing team.
You don't think that would work?
No.
All right, let's do it. What would you say? Like, if there had to be words over this, what would you say? Right? We're gonna replay it. Okay. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna start it from the beginning, Jessie. Now you have to be the voiceover for this. Okay. What would you have the UFC say? You ready? Let me know when you're ready. Okay. Here we go. You didn't say anything.
That's because it's perfect the way it is.
No, all right. So what do you think? You think 165? Is that what we're looking at? The 165-pound belt?
No.
No, what are we looking at?
No, I think it's just a normal promo for UFC 232.
Wait.
It's December 29th.
But do you don't think that they are teasing something?
Could be.
Do you don't think... Now, what does it say down here?
I think they're just teasing that someone's going to be taking a belt on the 29th.
Right, let's watch it again. Maybe... Actually, if you everyone put your ears closer to the speaker. I think I heard something when I played it the last time. Did you hear anything?
No, I didn't.
All right, let me. All right, everyone, put the volume up. I'm gonna play it one more time. I heard something in the background. I'm not sure what it was. Yeah, all right, listen. I'm gonna put the volume up a little bit. Here we go. Okay, volume's up. Here we go. Let's everyone listen. All right, ready? Let's listen. I think I heard something.
It's a belt! It's a belt! Oh my god! It's a belt! A belt! Cocaine!
You know what? After you turned the
that?
sound up, I heard it.
I heard something there. I don't know what that was, but
I don't know. It's like they encoded it somewhere in the background. It was great.
Did anyone hear what that was? What do you think they're teasing? Are they teasing a new division, weight class? What's going on here? Let's find out in the chat. Can you crack the case?
Steve Johnson's talking to himself in the chat. Michael Chapman says Elmo comes out boy.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo,
All right.
motherfuckers.
Oh my God.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
It's our Patreon.
Everyone sign up for MMA-Holes Patreon. Real is selling his motorcycle, and he's posting pics of two girls in his jacuzzi.
It's true, I saw it.
It's well worth the price of admission.
It's true.
That's right. What were you saying?
I saw it today in the
you?
Discord. Yeah. No, he really did post a picture of two women in his jacuzzi.
That's a true statement.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you need to be part of our Patreon. You need to be a patron. Link in the description. Check out the MMAHoles.com and join our private community and become one of us. You want to dance for us, Jessie? Anyway, shout out to our patrons over there. All right, let's see what else we have in the news. This show is it a full moon tonight? Can someone check? There's a lot of weird things going on. I'm semi-erect. It's a really weird night, and I'm loving it. All right.
According to Bloody Elbow, Kevin Lee responds to Khabib Nurmagomedov saying, "Fuck being humble." Prior to UFC on Fox 31 on Saturday, Kevin Lee was looking to put Al Iaquinta back on the prelims. The result was the exact opposite, with Raging Al putting on an impressive performance, leading to a strong statement win via a unanimous decision verdict. Lightweight champ Khabib Nurmagomedov was apparently watching the action unfold and had some words for both men. He tweeted to Al Iaquinta, "Congrats, Al Iaquinta. I know how strong you are. That's why I was waiting for your fight. #TrueTalker." He also tweeted again saying, "Stay humble, Kevin Lee. Humble is key." Khabib's words were not very well received by the Motown phenom, who issued an indirect response via Instagram saying, quote, "I beat racism, the system, poverty, and everybody that want to see me lose for no reason. Fuck being humble." As for how the fight went down, Lee remained steadfast in the belief that he should have been awarded the victory, saying, quote, "The fight on Saturday, I still feel like we won it. I fought a lot off my back foot as a southpaw and against my natural fighting style, my explosiveness and coming forward and being aggressive. I tried to show something a little too different. Al showed up. He put on a great performance, landed a great shot in the 4th round. All I can say is I'm going to be back. I'm still going to be a champ regardless of where it's at and what it is."
You know, I forgive Kevin Lee for being a returd, Jessie. I forgive him because honestly, it's tough to forgive. He's acting like a complete moron. He really is. Just when I was like, all right, you know, he takes the L. It's got to suck. It's got to be devastated for him to lose to Al again. And this doesn't do anything for him for running for a belt, going for that belt. This, in fact, destroys him. But his chances as of now. But you win a fight, you're right back in the picture again. You know, lick your wounds and move on. You lost, buddy. What's with the racism bullshit? And what's with the picture on Instagram where it looks like you're about to suck a cock? Why did he post a picture of himself with the kung fu, what is that called? The pistol grip? Is that what it's called?
I have no idea.
Right? He has his hand up in the air. It looks like he's about to fucking blow somebody. Why would he post that on Instagram? And what is the racism? He has his hands on the bottom like he's cupping balls, and on the top, he's blowing a man. What is that?
Stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
The fuck?
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
I still forgive him. This is the N-word donating.
If anyone is wondering what an N-word is, take a good look at Kevin Lee. Totally delusional, cocky for no reason, overly emotional, mentally weak, and incapable of any self-awareness.
All right.
Now, I don't forgive that donation. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I do not forgive you, donation. Anyway, let's go back to this. Jessie, seriously, this is on Kevin Lee's Instagram, right? He posted this. He has a wincing face like he's about to take the load in his face. He has his hand up to his mouth like the cock should be, whoops. Oh, hold on. Let's get a little closer. Like the cock should be going into his grill of a mouthpiece. And then underneath, his hands are where the balls are. Like he's cupping the balls. What is it? What is this? What is this, Jessie?
Well, that's the result of
racism.
Sure.
But do you think this is ridiculous? Now, what does he say underneath this picture?
"I beat racism, the system, poverty, and everybody that want to see me lose for no reason. Fuck being humble."
So why would he put a picture of him blowing an invisible cock? What the fuck is going on? What does that have to do with racism? Is that how he beat racism? He blew an invisible cock? Jessie?
Maybe.
Can you explain this to me?
I can't.
I'm confused. The picture is very confusing over here. I feel like he's taking this terribly wrong. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to appeal to the gay audience. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, listen, if that's what he wants to do, fine. But coming out after a loss it's an interesting move. All right. I'm done looking at that picture, Jessie.
Mm-hmm.
I took a mental screenshot and I put it in the spank bank.
Nice.
What else do we have in the news?
According to Bloody Elbow, UFC contender Santiago Ponzinibbio says, "I'm waiting for that diva, Rafael dos Anjos." Santiago Ponzinibbio still wants a piece of a certain former lightweight champ. Fresh off a knockout win over Neil Magny in his home country of Argentina, the 32-year-old still has his sights set on Rafael dos Anjos, whom Santiago claims to be one of the fighters who turned down the offer to take him in Buenos Aires when Kamaru Usman was forced out with an injury.
Uh-oh.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
It's Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee's donating. Look out.
Look at Lee's pack in that pic. More fake staph infection. Those are HGH bumps.
All right, before we go back to that story, what is he talking about? The pec? Oh, yeah, look at this. That's not his nipple.
That looks like a vein.
His Yeah, isn't that where the staph was? That's where the infection was, though, right? Did he might have got a scar from that shit. I think
that is a nipple.
Is that his nipple?
Yeah, look, that's his nipple.
No, it's too high to be his nipple,
No,
Jessie.
look that's his nipple.
Hold on
There's
a
an
second.
areola.
Ariel Helwani's not in this picture.
Stop.
Wait, hold on a second. That's not his nipple.
Look, it is his nipple.
All right, we have. Oh shit, we have it on the big screen. You gotta put it on the big screen, and it isn't. How is it? How is his nipple so fucking high? Where's his nipple? How come his nipple's missing from the right side, and it's on the left side?
Because maybe he's at an angle. His finger's covering it.
I'm fucking confused.
His finger's covering his nipple.
But how are we distracted by the fact that he's fucking blowing a man?
It is real. We have it on a big screen, completely blown up. That is his nipple. You can clearly see a nipple.
I don't know.
That's it. Can you not fucking see a nipple?
Pretty
there?
fucking high for a nipple.
Oh, he's at an angle. That's why his finger's covering the other nipple.
I don't think it is.
That is his nipple.
I'm looking. All right.
You have to be retarded to not see that that's his nipple.
I'm looking on the big screen. What is
that
this?
Is
a 65
clearly
incher.
his nipple.
All right. We have it over there, and in the middle, it does look like it could be the nipple part, the suckable part, and the areola around it. But I don't think his nipples are that flat. I think he
Jesus Christ.
I think he has plump, black, fat nipples, and I think this is his staph infection, scar. I think that's what that is. Jess, I really do. It's too high to be his nipple.
That's his nipple.
There's no way his nipple climbed up his pec. It's impossible. Unless when he blows men, his nipple gets higher. I can see what you're saying, though. Looking at the big screen, I can see that middle part looks like it could be the middle part of the nipple, but no, I don't think it is. I really don't. All right, let's take a vote in the chat. I don't know. I mean, listen, we could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm never wrong.
You are always wrong, but I just say okay.
His nipple's not that high. All right, yes or no? Is that his nipple? Let us know in the chat. We got to get to the bottom. This is what we do this for, Jessie.
Mm-hmm.
We do this for the people, right? We fucking figure things out. We pose the question, why is Kevin Lee putting up a picture of him fucking straddling a nutsack and sucking a cock, an invisible cock? It makes no sense. Why is his nipple higher than it should be? Is it his nipple? We fucking break shit down over here, Jessie.
Mm-hmm.
We get to the bottom of things. What does the chat say?
Pull up weigh-in pics, says JT Piercy. Michael Chapman says no. Vlad says his nipple looks nothing like that. A simple Google search would disprove this. MMA Bud says no. Not the nip, says Michael Chapman. Not a nipple, says Kenoto74.
Super
It's lopsided in there. Kevin Costa.
Nope, JBH is right.
Wow,
Right.
there you go. You got one on
Kevin
your
Costa.
side.
Thank you. More staph infections, it says now and later. David Gallant says, no, it's close to his shoulder. Tucker Baker says, well, when I'm not drunk, I'll put a black dildo on it in the morning. And guys, great me.
Did someone put it on the MMA-Holes.com yet? That's the question. How quick are the MMA holes? Let's see. We're going to take a look. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, right now I'm looking on the MMA-Holes.com where we are pulling stories from all over the interwebs. Did someone get a chance to superimpose a cock into Kevin Lee's hands? We're going to find out real quickly as I scroll through over here. Not yet. The answer is not yet. So hopefully someone can put something in there. Oh, my God.
Wonderful.
All right. Is it a nipple or is it not a nipple? That's to be should we look at the weigh-ins pictures? I think we should fucking. That's what some people are saying. Let's look in the weigh-ins pictures. All right. That was the Discord. All right. Here we go. Kevin Lee. The weigh-ins. Whoops. Weigh-ins. What UFC? I'm just gonna put weigh-ins.
Soma says it's a scar. It's on every picture of him.
Yeah, I think it is a scar. The staph scar. All right, so these are old. Hold on. What was it? UFC on Fox. It's 31, right? We're gonna get to the bottom of this. That's what we do here on the MMA Holes. All right, so this is him here. Can't really see. Oh, there it is. Yeah, they're right. Look, Jessie, check it out.
It is indeed a scar.
It's not his nipple. All right, so the MMA Holes have spoken. That's why this community is so fantastic. By the way, speaking of this community, go to the community section. We need to fill 2 spots on the Die of Doom. 2 spots are left on the Die of Doom. Vlad put a thing in here, a suggestion in here, and I'm going to use something around that. Fantastic suggestion by Vlad. So pretty much 1 spot is left. But drop it in the comments over here, right over here on the community section. The Die of Doom is what we do on Friday shows. We spin that motherfucker. So drop it in there. All right, here we go. What else do we have in the news, JBH? Oh, we didn't finish that story.
Nope.
All right, Jessie, let's go over to Ponzinibbio. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Fresh off a knockout win over Neil Magny in his home country of Argentina, the 32-year-old still has his sights set on Rafael dos Anjos, whom Santiago claims to be one of the fighters who turned down the offer to take him on in Buenos Aires when Kamaru Usman was forced out with an injury. Now, 1 month later, Ponzinibbio says he's still waiting to take on Rafael, but this time around, Santiago tells Combat that he will let the former champion choose the place and time. Ponzinibbio said, quote, "I'm waiting for that diva, Rafael dos Anjos. The diva calls the shots. I'm just waiting on a confirmation from the diva. Let him pick the place. Just like all my fights, it'll be another knockout." The diva said he wouldn't fight me because it was in Argentina. He wanted to fight me in the U.S. Well, just tell me when and where.
Ponzinibbio versus RDA. I kind of like that, Jesse. Kind of like that. Poor RDA. You know, he's never going to get a belt at 170. It's never happening. But he's fun to watch. He is fun to watch fight. RDA. Does anyone think that RDA is going to beat Ponzinibbio? It's an interesting one. I gotta sink my brain cells into that. Let me see. Let me ask myself. I'll ask you first. Who is your gut right off the bat? You got to throw one out there. RDA or Ponzinibbio? Who would it be?
Ponzinibbio.
Ponzi, huh? Yeah. I'm trying to find a reason why I think RDA could win that. Ponzi's so good. He's on such a big winning streak. It's a fun one, though. You know, I think RDA could give him some trouble, but Ponzi's too big, right? Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Ponzi, too. Let me know in the chat. RDA or Ponzinibbio. I mean, man, I kind of would like to see RDA somehow find a way to grab the 170 belt. That'd be fantastic. But after the Usman fight, Usman's in a league of his own, though, right? So I don't know if I put Ponzinibbio in Usman's league. Even though Ponzi's in a nice win streak, I think Usman's wrestling is just too smothering. No chances, Kevin Costa. Play my Jessie vid, says King's Your Mother's Ring. Not sure what that is on the MMA-Holes.com. I don't know. All right, what else do we have in the news, JBH, so we can open up the phone lines?
According to BJPenn.com, Colby Covington trashes little pussy Nick Diaz.
We got a donation.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Kinda late here, but Canelo wrecked Rocky Fielding. Canelo always makes me money. The homos are raging, saying Rocky got paid to lose, haha. They are just mad and cannot accept that the superior 5'9" cut up the lanky goofy 6'1".
Yeah, that fight over there. And thank you, Maheen Vegeta. Am I saying that right? Majin or Maheen? It's Maheen? How you say that? M-A-J-I-N? Thank you for the donation over there. But yeah, Canelo destroyed that dude. But I don't think anyone really knew who he was. Thank you for the donations tonight. You guys and gals, or whoever's donating, are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Keeping this show flowing and going. We love you all. Right, Jessie?
Of course.
How much do you love them?
Not enough.
Not enough? What does that mean?
I don't love any of you guys, to be honest. But
Jessie,
they know this. I've told
these
them a million
donations,
times.
the patrons, you know, they're the ones that keep us doing this shit.
It's true.
Gotta love them.
I appreciate them, but I do not love them. I'm incapable of love, which is why, well, never mind.
Uh-oh. What were you going to say there, Jessie? By the way, I keep thinking of Vlad's thing, his, what's it called? His entry for our Die of Doom over here, and we have a little twist to what he said, and I think it's probably the funniest one. The funniest thing that can happen if it lands on. I really do. And I think we can watch that over and over again. I really do. What do you think about that? We kind of twist it into something else. We don't want to say what it is. It's a surprise. We'll say it tomorrow, but or Friday. Sorry, tomorrow. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. Maybe the second channel. What do you think about that?
Maybe.
Look at this motherfucker. It's real.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
I'm 95% sure that mark on Lee's chest is wear and tear from sling needles he uses to inject peptides or HGH for recovery. Similar to what Chad Mini got caught with. I've used HGH before on my delts. First-hand experience here on the marks.
So he's saying that the needle is foul play. Not foul play. He's saying the needle is something that HGH driven, something, injections in there.
Could be.
He's pretty beefed up. I don't know if I'm buying that. I think it's that staff, man. Wasn't that exactly where it was? And do you put it in your chest? I mean, I guess you could, right?
I've never done it, so
I do it all the time. Look at this fucking thing. Oh, it's fucking 41 years old. Oh, let me put the thumb in there. Ba-bang! Ba-bang! Look at that, Jesse. Oh, my God. I start training that thing to be a specimen bigger than... I don't know. What am I talking about? I don't know. By the way, Paul, he went back and says he said cyborg slap. I don't get it.
Sean Hart.
See, we took that idea and we molded it into something. So it comes from Vlad. All right. Let's talk about Colby and his little peepee Nick Diaz conversation.
Okay. It took the UFC a long time to find a main event for the UFC 230, which went down on November 3rd in New York City. One of the options that was on the table before the promotion landed on the card's eventual Daniel Cormier versus Derek Lewis headliner was a welterweight scrap between Colby Covington and Nick Diaz. Unfortunately for the fans, however, this fight never came to fruition. Colby Covington isn't surprised about that. He said, quote, Nick Diaz sure the hell don't want to fight me. He got offered me in November at MSG, but he's a little bitch. Earlier this month, after UFC 230 had come and gone, Nick Diaz was linked to another fight, this time with Colby Covington's trainer, Jorge Masvidal. Unfortunately, it now sounds as though this bout is a no-go, too. Again, Colby Covington does not find this surprising. He believes that Diaz gave the UFC any impression that he was interested in the fight. It was only to keep his name in the headlines. He said, quote, he's trying to keep his name in the headlines, get some media, get a couple of extra Instagram followers. He ain't here to fight, man. He's done. He's washed up. He can't even fight anymore. When's the last time he got a win? Like last generation, last decade? No one gives a fuck about him anymore. He's out partying in Vegas, doing lines of coke, beating up chicks because he ain't beating up no guys. That's all he can do is beat up chicks. So we've got the little Stockton little pussy ain't doing shit no more. Nick Diaz hasn't fought since the 2015 no contest with Anderson Silva. Colby Covington, meanwhile, last fought in June when he defeated Rafael dos Anjos by decision. He's now chasing a long-awaited title fight with welterweight champ Tyron Woodley.
All right, so Colby Covington talking smack, and I understand, like everyone that's getting matched up with this whole Nick Diaz thing, and you know, it's getting annoying. I don't think he's gonna fight again. I think he's just trying to stay relevant. So this was a picture posted on Instagram, Nate Diaz, right? Another person that we don't even know if he's gonna come back. We have no idea. He was supposed to fight Dustin Poirier. That fell apart. Not Nate Diaz's fault, but that fell apart, and now they're in limbo. They're sitting around, you know, looking to get paid, or who knows, make appearances. I've had this theory that they're fucking each other, right? And let me just confirm this theory right now. As you scroll down, there's two fists, right? And in the middle, hearts. There's a heart emoji. There's a fist emoji, heart emoji, and a fist emoji. Now, how can you convince me that they're not fucking?
Because they're brothers?
Listen, I think they're having sex. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. I just want them to come out already and just fucking get it over with. Right? I think the Diaz brothers are having sex with each other. I think it's happening. I really do. What's up with the fucking heart fist emoji?
Because a brother loves a brother?
Yeah, yeah. I think they love each other, all right. I think they love each other, all right. Telling you, I see these things.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
All right, let's see what Canado says.
RDA has no chance against Ponzi. Ponzi is way too long, strong, sexy. He's pretty much the opposite of myself. Come to think of it, I wish I could look half as good as RDA as well.
There you go.
I'm old and I suck at everything.
Wow, Kainoto coming in. 74 jumping in. I don't think he really donates much, but thank you for the donation. Look at that, Jesse. What do you say about that?
Cool.
What's going on? You got mesmerized by the chat, didn't you?
No, I was zoning out.
You were zoning out? How dare you? Would you like me to do something? Would you like me to juggle or show the Diaz brothers? What would you like me to do right now?
Whatever you want.
You're in an interesting zone right now. Explain where we are. Where is the mindset right now? I like to get inside the head of JBH. Where are we? Where do we sit?
You don't want to know.
No, I would love to know.
No, you don't.
We all would like. Would you like to know in the chat?
You don't really want to know.
Let me know with the ones. If you would like to know, what is Jesse thinking right now? We are about to get inside the mind of JBH. The second half of the MMA-Holes. Almost the heart and soul of the MMA-Holes. Let me just say this. She does a fucking lot. Like today I was thinking about it. I was taking another shit. I take a shit before every show. It's really weird, right? I think I get nervous. I think they make me nervous.
Maybe you do.
And I take little rabbit shits before we go live. It's really weird. Well, not always, but sometimes. And as I was thinking, I was like, wow. I'm like, you know what? Jessie really does fucking a lot. You really do. You set up a lot of shit today. Now, I did the Instagram post, but then you tagged it, right? And you did all the behind the scenes where you put all the news on the website, right? Mm-hmm. You fucking set up this stream and scheduled this stream. Mm-hmm. And this thumbnail was a JBH thumbnail, right? Mm-hmm. Did a lot over there. You got everything going over here. You made my coffee. You put it in my mystical mug. Look at that, with love. A lot of things. And I know I missed a lot of stuff that you do. What else did you do? You did some more.
Okay.
You did some more stuff.
No, we don't need to kiss Jessie's ass.
But this is not kissing your ass. Uncomfortable. I was actually thinking about it. I was like, God damn, she does fucking a lot. If you ever died on me, what the fuck do I do?
You'd be a goner.
Well, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I think you would.
Well, maybe I would.
Stop the Siberian Express.
Vlad!
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Let's see what Vlad has to say.
You're wrong, Moose. Clearly they're fisting each other. JBH is still mad about the news.
Is that what it is?
She's shut off.
Is it the news?
No, I just really have to pee.
Can we go in there and watch?
Maybe.
All right. This is what
I'm
I want
just
you
going
to
to hold it for the next 30 minutes.
You're not going to hold it. Just go pee. I got this.
No, if I stay focused, then I don't have to pee.
No, I think you should pee.
I'm
You should never hold it in.
holding my vagina right now.
If you had, do you want me to hold your vagina for the next 30 minutes? All right. What else do we have in the news? Oops. You think they're fisting? I'm telling you guys, you may think I'm crazy. I honestly think they had sex at least once. I do. They have this weird relationship. Brothers, listen, I have a brother. We don't have sex. And we don't put posts like this constantly of each other. It's kind of creepy. I don't know. It's weird. Right? Just, am I wrong? You have three brothers and a sister. Mm-hmm. Right? Do your brothers, you have twin brothers for God's sakes. Mm-hmm. Do they constantly post up pictures of themselves with fucking hearts between their emojis? Am I wrong?
No, because they're men.
It's a little homoerotic.
But I've seen brothers do that. Like I've seen brothers have like weird, they're just really tight, you know? Like I've seen that.
They're tight, all right. Who do you think's the top?
But I don't think they're not doing anything in the picture.
No, Stalio too. I'm a full out of the closet homosexual. Out of the closet completely. My gaydar is off the radar, right, Jessie? Jessie can confirm. I'm a complete faggot. Right?
Sometimes I wonder.
What? The fuck? I'm completely out of the closet. What are you talking about? Bagged Milk Canada. All right, let's see what Bagged Milk Canada has to say.
Lord Colby would beat Nick and Nate in the same night. That's honestly not a joke.
Whoa.
1. Takedown and those potheads are getting a beating like the filthy ghetto spics that they are. Dumby Nate just had a baby out of wedlock like the N-word that he is.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. These donations tonight. Woof. Another cold shower night. Thank you for the donation. You guys are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wow.
Stalio 2 wants you to embrace your inner fag because he wants to fuck you.
No, Staley. Let's get it together. All right. Let's talk about Khabib time over here. Kevin Costa.
Chat.
The super chat.
JBH is always focused.
And horny.
Whoa. Thank you, Kevin. The fuck are you doing? You're freaking me out. You look like Charlie McCarthy. Like a lap puppet.
I just thought that was the perfect place for a joke.
Yes. It was funny. It was very funny. All right. Khabib. Let's see what this is about over here.
According to BJPenn.com, Khabib Nurmagomedov rips Russian reporter for stupid question. Khabib Nurmagomedov was recently asked by a journalist from the Russian publication URA.RU whether he represents the Russian Republic of Dagestan or the wider country of Russia as a whole. The UFC lightweight champ, who proudly represents his Dagestani heritage but also identifies as a Russian, did not appreciate the question, retorting that he felt that the journalist was trying to spark division in the country.
Hold on a second.
What?
Hold on a second. Every once in a while, a comment comes out. Could you read Doug McGuire's comment for a second?
I imagine the Diaz bros having really violent gay sex. The dialogue would be priceless.
Yeah, you get on top. All right, put your penis in my mouth. All right, I'll put my penis. All right, you flip over there. Oh, yeah, it feels good. Oh, man, stock the motherfuckers. Oh, stock the motherfuckers. Oh, stock the motherfuckers. You know, stick it in my Stockton. Oh, Stockton slap. Oh, Stop.
Joshua makes a good point.
What does
Look
he say?
where they're from and how they've had each other's back growing up. Maybe you might understand then. It's kind of true.
What?
I mean, if they grew up in a bad area and they
Gay sex?
constantly had to have each other's back, it would explain why they're so close.
What do you mean by having each other's back, Jesse?
You've never had well, no, you used to fucking torture your brother. But have you ever had your brother's back?
No, I never had my brother's back.
If he was in a bad situation?
That would be a bad situation if I had his back. What would your impersonation be of the Diaz brothers having sex? I'm gonna play the sexy
No,
music.
I don't know. I don't want to do any impersonations.
I think we want to hear it, Jesse. Let's get a visual here. Okay, I got the Diaz brothers. They're on the screen if you're listening on Podbean and iTunes. I would like to play some sexy music, Jesse. And what would be your impersonation of the Diaz brothers? You know, just being a little intimate with each other. Saved by the Bell.
You can't stop the Siberian Express.
What would Irish Moss
Choo-choo,
do?
motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
All right.
Kevin Costa puts on a white night outfit, flies to NY.
Okay.
He writes a check to MMA-Holes LLC for $40K and he asks for an hour alone with JBH in a private setting.
40,000. That's it.
JBH agrees to it. Kevin Costa walks towards the door, smiling. What would most do?
It's too low. 40,000. Jesus Christ.
Wait,
40,000.
so you would...
Huh?
If the price was higher, what would you do?
Well, I would have to think about it. He's a good-looking guy.
This is why I'm incapable of love.
The price has got to be 40,000. Jesus Christ, my Hyundai is almost $40,000. I mean, that's not enough. It's not enough money. Get up the ante. You ever see the movie Indecent Proposal? I think that was what it was called. Back in the day, there was a movie. I forgot who was in it. Where it was like some guy was in love with this girl, and he got an offer. Some rich guy came in with some money. It's like this big movie. I can't remember the fucking actors.
Would you rather have Nate's back or Nick's back?
Good question.
The cumin.
All right, would I rather... Is that for me or Jesse? Thank you, Niall. Nate or Nick's back? I don't know.
Both.
I mean, whose back would you want?
Both.
What's going on?
With a strap on.
This is another night that if you stumbled across this show, you're like, what is going on? Like, what is going on right now? There's a sensory overload. You got these weird donations. You got these bizarre GIFs over here. You have this girl over here that looks like she wants to put a fucking spell on me right now. You have this weirdo in a beard. Why don't you just go pee?
Because I want to make it through the rest of the show.
Well, all right. What else do we have in the news?
Because I don't love you guys, but care enough to want to be here.
Well, okay. Well, what if we go on longer than 2 hours, Jesse?
Well,
Maybe.
That's not going to happen, so.
No? All right. What else do we have in the news? I want to open up the phone lines as well. So.
Oh, okay. Well, we only have 2 more stories, so.
2 more?
Yeah.
God.
Super chat.
Look at this sexy cocksucker. Robert Cooper.
JBH worth way more.
I agree.
Oh, thanks, Robert Cooper.
See? Smart person over
I would
there.
like to think that someone thought I was priceless, but apparently that's not going to happen.
Well, maybe that's the answer.
I'm only worth a lot. I'm not priceless, though.
Well, worth a lot is priceless.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Worth a lot just means someone with a lot of money can still buy me.
Let's flip it around. Okay. If Ann H was like, I was going to try to do an Ann impersonation. I haven't done an Ann impersonation.
I want to hear
yet.
your Ann impersonation.
I'm not going to do it.
He's going to sound like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Jose, he nails it. So I'm not going to do an Ann H impersonation. Nope.
You can't stop the Siberian Express.
Here we go.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
It's Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Jitsu.
Notice how Nick is better at taking the back than Nate.
You know, that's actually true. Good point there, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Thank you for the donation over there. What a night. What a spectacular night. Now, Ann H kicks down this fucking door over here. And she's like, it's the knitter, right? And she comes in. And she fucking has a wad of cash. A briefcase. Full of $3 million in the briefcase. And she fucking drops it on the table.
$3 million?
$3 million. And she looks you in the eye. And she says, JBH, one night with your man. The Mystical of Moss.
Oh, I'd say go for it. I'd do it for $1 million.
For $3 million? For what? Really? Would you?
Yeah, I'd sell you out.
So I get a whole pass for $3 million.
Yeah.
Oh, so you would drop it. You would negotiate with her and say, listen, I like you. You're a loyal patron. You're a loyal viewer of the show. You call in. You're a very big part of the show, NH. And I'm going to cut the price down to $1 million to have sex with Mystical Moss. So $1 million.
Yeah.
And H starts saving.
I would just say, I hope you have good stamina.
Who, me or NH?
NH. Because you have good stamina, so I hope
It's
you have
cardio.
good stamina.
It's fucking cardio, motherfuckers. All right, what else do we have in the news?
Okay. According to MMA Mania, Sage Northcutt aims to be ONE Championship's first ever triple champion.
That's right.
Rising sensation Sage Northcutt ended his Ultimate Fighting Championship career after a brief run after he opted to sign a contract with ONE Championship and its ever-growing roster, despite what others may lead you to believe. For Super, signing with the Singapore-based fight promotion not only allows him to get more buck for his bang, but he will get the opportunity to fight in not just mixed martial arts, but also Muay Thai and kickboxing. And if he has his way, he will become champion in all three sports.
Sage Northcutt, one nice fit over there. He'll be a champion quick. I really do. I see that. They're gonna push him to a belt. He's gonna be the face. I think it's a beautiful fit for him. He's gonna get paid a lot of money, and I think Mr. Northcutt will be a ONE champion. I do feel that. What do you think? Should we watch this shit now?
Yeah, why not?
I'm hearing it's on an app. It's free.
An app?
It's on an app. I don't know what time it is over here when they air their events. We have to look into that shit. But I would like to see Sage, Eddie Alvarez, Mighty Mouse. I'd like to see those guys. We'll look into that a little bit, and maybe we'll hang with you guys for that stuff. But Sage Northcutt, I'm glad he got paid. You know, it just sucks that the UFC can't hold on to these guys and pay people. You know, I wish, like I was looking at like what Chris Weidman was worth, and you would think he'd be worth a hell of a lot more. You know, when he was a champion on top of the world with Anderson Silva, he's really not worth much. You know, and now he's taking a little skid a couple of times. He has a beautiful house, lives in a beautiful place, but he's really not worth a lot of money. These athletes that fight over here, and this is a reason, we've heard it many of times, that is why these fighters are humble. You know, they stay humble because they don't make enough money to be dickheads. So they're more down to earth, but they need to get paid, these people. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, what's the last story over here?
All right, according to MMA Fighting, Ray Longo wants to see Al Iaquinta fight Conor McGregor next. Al Iaquinta has headlined the past two events he's fought at, and his coach Ray Longo thinks it's time for him to reel in the biggest fish in MMA. Few fighters in the UFC's lightweight division are hotter than Iaquinta right now, having just picked up a second unanimous decision win over fellow contender Kevin Lee this past Saturday at UFC Milwaukee. Iaquinta has now won 6 of his last 7 fights, with his only loss during that stretch coming via unanimous decision to Khabib Nurmagomedov.
What is this picture? This looks like he's about to fucking just push out the biggest of shits. Right? What is this picture? Why does he always look like he has to take a shit, Ray Longo?
I don't know. Maybe he was born shitting.
Yeah, there's a friend of a friend, right? Actually, I guess he's a friend of mine. I mean, we don't really know each other super well. We know each other. We have mutual friends. But he's good friends with Longo and had him at his wedding. And, you know, when I ran into Weidman and Wonderboy, you know, he was telling us the whole story of how he was, you know, Longo was at his wedding. This is one of the greatest guys. Real nice guy. Good coach. And he looks like he always has to take a shit, apparently. Right?
Yeah.
Does this look like something from The Grudge, like a horror movie or something? Like, what is... It's kind of creepy. I'm going to have nightmares from this picture.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stare into his eyes for a second. All right, what is this about?
Where was I at?
What was the story about, Jessie?
That fight, which headlined UFC 223 in April, only came about after Iaquinta was pulled from a bout with Paul Felder so that Nurmagomedov would have an opponent for a scheduled lightweight championship bout that saw 2 different opponents, Tony Ferguson and then Max Holloway, withdraw. Now that Iaquinta is back on the winning track, Longo wants to match him up with UFC star Conor McGregor, one of the promotion's most proven draws. He said, quote, "I'd really like to see him fight Conor next. I don't think Conor deserves the Khabib rematch at all. It looks like they're going to give Ferguson Khabib, which is 100% fair. That makes fair sense. Not everything is fair sense. It's money sense. But I'd like to see Al get a big money fight against a great guy who can bring a lot of eyeballs to pay-per-view. I think that would be great. I think Al deserves it, and I think that's a great matchup. I'd love to see it, and I'd love to be part of it." Though Iaquinta has long been known by the moniker Raging Al, he appeared to show a softer side both in the lead-up and aftermath of UFC Milwaukee main event. He made little attempt to insult Lee, and after striking him on fight night, he was nothing but respectful afterwards as well.
Who the fuck is Conor fighting? Who is he fighting? Like, before, we thought you were right. It was going to be Dustin Poirier. It still could be Dustin Poirier.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, there's so many options now. Who the fuck does he fight? I honestly can't make a prediction. I can't put my finger on it. I know who I want to see fight Conor McGregor, but I can't put my finger on it. I do believe Ferguson and Khabib, I think they're going to finally dance. I feel that's going to happen. Now you have these people floating around. You have the Dustin Poiriers. You have, what's it called? You got Conor. Who else do we have over here? Eddie Alvarez is gone. He's finito. Here we go. Let's pull it over here. Gaethje's a little too far down the list, right? So let's see who we got. Here's Khabib. You got Poirier. Iaquinta, he jumped to number 4. So you can make a case for Raging Al versus Conor. Conor McGregor, you know, a lot of people are saying, hey, give him Max the rematch. Give Conor the rematch. That's a fight. That needs to happen. Give the rematch versus Dustin Poirier. But Al Iaquinta, like I said before, never happened. Al Iaquinta was the real estate agent that Conor McGregor was making fun of against Khabib. He used him as a tool to try to get into Khabib's head. There is some footage. There's a lot of shit talk. And honestly, I might have to go with this one. Now, people are saying Gaethje. Yeah, that would be a fun fight to watch. But Al dodged that bullet. He jumped up the rankings and dodged that bullet. Now he don't have to fight Gaethje. Gaethje's at number 7. Edson Barboza, number 6. Mm-hmm. I think you reward Al Iaquinta. After he beats Kevin Lee, I think you give him a reward. Maybe he gets Dustin Poirier. Maybe that fight happens. I don't know. I mean, Poirier should get a reward too. The guy's on a nice little win streak. But Poirier's sitting at number 3. Man, what do? I'm thinking something like, fuck. This is what I want to see. I want to see Conor Al Iaquinta. And poor Poirier. Maybe they can make Diaz happen again. You know? Maybe they can reline that fight up. Get Poirier paid. Mm-hmm. And then let everyone hang out. Edson Barboza coming off of a big win, but he still sits at number 6. Tony Ferguson versus Khabib is probably the fight that's going to happen. So give me Poirier Diaz, Conor Iaquinta.
What?
Put him on the same fucking card. Let's make this a banger.
Why didn't you want to see Conor Poirier when they first tried?
I don't care about that. Listen, it's an interesting fight, but it's not interesting enough for me. And Max Holloway, you know, I kind of want to see him fight one more time. Give him Frankie Edgar. Give Max Frankie. You know, I mean, Conor Max. Other than Iaquinta right now, I'd rather see Conor Max than Conor Dustin. I kind of don't give a fuck about Conor Dustin too. Doesn't bring the boys to the yard. You know, even though that one was a quick one, and it would be neat to see a little bit more. I want Conor Iaquinta. I want Dustin versus Nate Diaz. That's what I want. And Tony versus Khabib. Give me that shit. Jesse, what do you want?
No, I think those are good matchups. I mean, they would make sense. So, yeah, I could agree with them.
I mean, listen, there's a lot of choices. You can go a million different ways.
It's interesting that they were trying to propose Conor Poirier, but I feel the other matchups are better. So, yeah, I mean, if they could make that happen, I'd like to see it. And I'm interested in Max versus Frankie. I want to see Frankie get that shot. You know, like, I don't think he's going to win. I think Max is going to fucking scorch him and torch him and fucking... Okay, I'm going to go pee.
And Jesse's going to pee. But I don't know. I'm going to open up the phone lines, read some of that chat action over there. That's our private Discord. Thank you for joining us tonight on TGIW and Jesse's peeing. Jessie held it in for a good 15 minutes, but she couldn't handle it. I'm going to let's put the phone lines open. Let's open that motherfucker. Get your calls in. Because I love to hear your voices. I love to hear you. Let's go like this. Now, if you're not subscribed, give us a sub. And if you have not liked this yet, give us a fucking like. Why are you being a bitch? Stop being a bitch-ass ninja. By the way, we were called the N-words today in our community section. I don't know why people call us the N-word. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand how it relates to us. We're not very gangster.
Super chat.
We were called the N-word. Now Flanagan.
Conor VL is a good idea for a next fight.
I think it makes sense on all levels. And thank you, Niall Flanagan, for the donation. I really do. I feel like there's a lot of juice. You can pull a lot of stuff. Think about the press conferences. That'd be fun watching those two talk shit. You got the New York swag versus Conor. And there's a lot of dangerous things for Conor in that fight. The reason why I really like it is, honestly, I think Conor McGregor would be like, oh, this is a joke. I really think that Conor thinks he can run Al over, and that's not the case. He's got to take that fight very serious. Al is not, he's not a layup. I still think Conor wins the fight, but we don't know if Conor could bounce back from all the bullshit partying that he's doing and all these super fights and all this crazy shit that's going on. We don't know if he can bounce back. So Al's got a fucking good shot at winning this fight. Could you imagine if Al Iaquinta beats Conor McGregor? Could you imagine what that could do for Al? I mean, it'd be insane. It'd be insane for New York. It'd be insane for Long Island. I would love to see that shit. All right, 516-522-0267 is the number. Let me know your thoughts. Also, Jon Jones, we were talking about that a lot tonight. Well, he declined on taking some sort of test. Jessie, if you can, maybe piggyback on that. What was the test called? I don't even fucking know.
The VADA test. It's a test that only looks for performance-enhancing drugs, nothing else, no like illegal drugs or anything like that, just performance-enhancing drugs. But he declined.
There you go. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what is on your minds?
This is Kevin from Chicago.
Hey, Kevin.
What's up? So I was watching Kara Bryant's show. Sometimes I watch her show every now and then to see what her dumbass has to say. And so it was a big pity party for Kevin Lee. Oh, Kevin Lee, he was so devastated. Oh, don't change who you are, like your swagger, coming out to the stage like a clown dancing, blah, blah, blah. And it's funny because when Colby Covington, she's like, oh, he's a racist. She actually called him a racist when he attacked Brazilians, even though Brazilian isn't even a race. And on the other hand, Kevin Lee, remember when he called Sage Northcutt a privileged white boy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fucking a joke. So I'm hoping they got to get rid of Karen Bryant ASAP. I hope they don't bring her on board to ESPN. Do you know if she's going or not?
I haven't heard anything about that, but you got to think she's going to be getting a job. She just doesn't go away. She's like an STD. She don't fucking go away. This girl. She's everywhere. So I'm going to think that she's going to come aboard to one of these, but I haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything yet either,
No.
but I hope they get rid of her ASAP.
All right.
And that Jon Jones, dude, I just noticed that. He's got steroid pimples on his stomach. If you pull that picture back up,
Oh, yeah. I actually see it.
the thumbnail, he's got fucking steroid pimples at the top of his stomach. That dude, and he's declining the drug test.
Look at this.
Right at the top of his abs there.
Yeah, I'm actually
Top
looking
ab.
at the bumps. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people pull up pictures of him before and have made those claims, and I'm not sure what weigh-ins this was taken. What do you remember? What one you?
No,
clicked?
I'm
What
not
is that?
entirely sure.
This might be the one where they pulled up, but yeah, you can see bumps there. I mean, listen, it's pretty obvious. I mean, it is what it is. But I forgive him. Do you
All right,
forgive
man.
him, Kevin?
Hey, guys, talk to you on Friday.
All right, see you later. I was gonna ask him if he
What
forgives him.
are
but he's-
steroid pimples?
Well, they inject it. Apparently, they inject it in their abs over there. It's not like, I don't know, it's
I thought you're
TRT
supposed
or
to
whatever.
inject it in your butt.
I saw Denny Bonaducci do it. He pulls the skin together like this, right? I mean, he's a ginger, so I have to watch what he does. I have to be careful. I also seen on the show Kingdom, saying, well, actually,
They
he put it on his
inject it
ass.
in their ass. Yeah, I thought they put it in their ass.
You can put it in your ass, or you can squeeze like your abs. And just it's a little needle too. It's a small little guy right in there. Piece of I'm thinking about. I'm 41 years old. Thinking about getting some muscle, right? Would you stick it into my abs?
No, because your penis would shrink,
No, it's already small. This doesn't matter.
which would make it worse.
Well, it's like a clitoris. All right, let's take up some more calls. What else did he say? What did he speak about? Oh, Kevin Lee and Karen Bryant. I think Karen's gonna get a job. I mean, she's been doing this for a long time, from the MTV days all the way to now. She's been with Fox forever. I do think she's gonna get, and she's got her YouTube thing going, so she'll bounce back. She'll be fine. The thing is, she's in her 50s now, and you gotta think these networks, they want the young, pretty girls. They want the JBHs. You don't want the 50-year-old, I talk like this anymore. You don't want that. So let me know in the chat. Who do you think is going to pick up Karen Bryant? Do you think she's going to go over to ESPN, who has Michael Bisping? Michael Bisping jumped aboard their commentating team. I don't know. Ariel Helwani, man. Dude, this guy's a fucking pimp. Ariel Helwani goes over to ESPN and he's just got show on top of show. It's getting major ratings. He's like the face. Brett Okamoto pushed to the side, and Ariel Helwani is there. He's the guy. Love it.
You're
Congratulations
very
to him. I know, I'm very attractive. After Jessie P, she finds me very attractive. It's really weird. What's the chat have to say?
Kevin from Chicago says pimples are a side effect from steroid usage. Steve Johnson says, do what Drunk Savage says. I've definitely never done anything. Pulse Reloaded says, ha ha ha, it would make it worse. U2 Norton says, Moss, how old are you?
I'm the 4-1.
Kevin, King, your mother's ring says it's genital warts spreading. Kevin from Chicago says, especially on the stomach.
Yeah,
But
listen, I mean, he's been busted. You know, like, I mean, it's not like he's the cleanest. So who cares? You know, the guy's done steroids. Listen, my favorite fighter, Anderson Silva, like back in the day, he's the guy. He was the guy that got me going. He ruffled my fucking nutsack, got me excited. And what happened? He got popped for steroids a million times. And listen, I still root for the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight's about forgiveness. Right, Jessie? Now, when it comes to Daniel Cormier, well, Daniel Cormier was robbed. How dare Jon Jones cheat in a fight with Daniel Cormier? But I forgive you, John. I forgive you. And I forgive you for walking away from me. After I said that Daniel Cormier, or I said convince me why I should root for you. Okay. 516-522-0267 is the number. Let's take a couple of calls, 2 more, and then we'll wind this shite down. Thank you for joining us tonight. And I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful rest of the evening.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Drug Services, do you love us now that you peed, JBH? I love nobody.
What?
Neil Flanagan says JBH goes to ESPN. NH says forgiveness. Stalio 2, sometimes I feel a sharp pain in my head when I pee. I don't know if that's healthy. Niall Flanagan says Ariel is okay, not great. Steve Johnson says to Vlad, understands.
You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
Moss, this is Real.
Oh my goodness gracious. Real, what's up?
Not too much, man. I'm going to make this real quick, but I want to speak a little bit further about Kevin Lee's pet.
Okay.
So, MMA fighters, they don't use HGH by injecting it in their body fat because it stays in their system longer. When you're injected into your muscle, it gets into the blood faster and it leaves your body faster.
Mm-hmm.
So a smart MMA fighter isn't injecting it in his body fat. If you're doing TRT and you're doing a combination of tests and HGH, yeah, you can inject it into your body fat because you're not concerned about how quickly it leaves your body. So just something to think about.
All right. Thanks for the call. It's real. Look at that, Jesse. Should we show the pictures of him in the hot tub? No, that's for our private Discord. So become a patron if you want to see Real's pictures. And shout out to Real, who he's been all over the place. But look at that call. He was like a normal human being. What is that about? Do you think he's a normal man? Do you think?
Yeah.
You think he's actually a real man? Maybe I thought he was
a
like
real man.
Yeah, I thought he was fictitious. I thought he was a fictitious character.
Yeah.
He's real. All right. Let's let the knitter call. 516-522-0267. We'll talk about my hall pass with NH, right? If she calls.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
She's the only one you get a hall pass for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right. I don't need steroids or tests yet, but after 40, fuck yeah, I'm getting on some tests, says UT Norton. Yeah, I don't know. I was joking about that, by the way. Listen, I'm going to probably exercise until the day I die. I've slowed down with my exercising because I'm lazy, and I love doing this. I like to sit.
You've also been a little sick lately. I've
been getting sick a lot, but you know what it is?
It's the weather.
We have no lives.
No, I think it's the weather too. I think that's sort of incorporated because I've noticed when the weather started changing is when you started to kind of hit a downfall of
Here's the
health.
thing. We need to do more. Like we just do this, right? If you think about it, like we do just a lot of this, right? And we don't go out. And then when we do go out, we're like, and we get sick because our bodies don't defend the viruses out there, right? So we go outside, like we shake someone's hand, boom, we're sick. And my feeble body falls apart. And then I go back to doing this again. You know, we need to go out and do stuff. Live life. Have sex with NH. You're alive with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? And what is on your mind?
It's the knitter.
Oh, my God. There she is. NH. And I got great news. Just get $1 million and we're good.
Just get $1 million.
It's that easy. It's that easy.
Sure.
All right. And by the way, listen, I've been eyeballing that cowboy bobblehead. I've been eyeballing that thing. If I can get my hands on one of those things, it's yours. That thing is amazing. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I saw pictures of it. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
I'm going to try to show it right
cool.
now. What is this? MMA bobblehead, I think his name is. Hold on a second. Jesse, did you see them
MMA
things?
bobblehead.
Yeah, really cool. This guy does a good job. He's having like a Christmas sale. Good stuff over there. I'm just cheap. And what's going on?
Just watching you guys.
What? You're watching us? Well, here we go. I just found the MMA bobblehead thing over here. He's on this whole cowboy thing, and all I think is NH. By the way, the packaging is fucking awesome. It's a wanted poster is the packaging when you order this bobblehead. Here's the man that did it. And I'm going to show the bobblehead. Jessie, did you see this thing yet?
That's
I did
cool.
not.
It's fucking really cool. There he is. Cowboy. Is it 20? Look, it's 25% off sale. Look at that. I think we missed it, but there he is. Cowboy Cerrone bobblehead. Man, someone buy that for NH for God's sake. Stop being a cheap fuck. Buy NH. I mean, I'm too cheap. I mean, I'm really a cheap person, but someone get that thing for NH. Look at it. And what would you do with this bobblehead? Where would you put it? Besides between your legs.
On the fireplace mantle.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say between your legs or something like that, but no.
Wonderful.
No. All right. And stop it. Stop being so dirty over here. It's a family show, for God's sakes.
I think got a bad picture.
Yeah. Jessie, would you put this between your legs?
I
Be
put
honest.
anything between my legs.
Say, look, Jessie would do it. There's no shame in her game.
Hey, Jesse.
Little cowboy between your legs, no big deal.
You put the cowboy. You put the little bobblehead cowboy between your legs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'd shove Conor in my ass, and I would shove him right up my ass. If there was a Conor bobblehead right in my asshole.
I guess there'd be room for the trophy too.
Yeah.
And you can put cowboy in there.
I was thinking.
See, the problem with Cowboy is he has a big.
I made it funny.
And you're the best. You're absolutely the best. The problem with Cowboy though is he has that big hard hat. He has that big cowboy hat, and that I don't know if my asshole's big enough for that. You know, I don't know if I could shove that into my asshole. Jess, what do you think? I mean, now with the hat involved, what do we talk? We gotta have to really spread those lips open, Jessie.
Yeah, but once it's in, then you have nothing to worry about.
You might not be able to get it out, Jessie.
Well, yeah, you will. You just pull his little
once it's
feet.
in.
Yeah. All right. And what is
Put a
going
lot
on?
of that Vaseline on there.
That's all. Just put the Vaseline in to get it right out. Right? Or Mike H could put his feet
right up.
Mike could put his feet on your
Put that
thighs
in there.
and just fucking pull. Put his feet up. Just like, boom, and fucking tug it right out.
Twist action.
Yeah.
Michael Chapman.
All right. All right, Ann. Settle down.
Those
Stop
old jackass movies.
it. So what's on your mind, Ann? A lot of stuff. We spoke about a lot of stuff tonight. What's going on?
I'm Jon Jones. I'll forgive him. It's forgiveness time. I'll forgive him.
Well, yeah, why not?
But
Right,
if
Ann?
he does it again, you know.
That's it.
Man. Yeah.
It's over.
I'm still going to tune in and watch. I mean, come on.
Yeah, why not?
Even
Who
if
cares?
you hate the guy, you're still going to watch him. Fight.
Yeah, let him let him do what he wants, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, Jessie? We forgive him.
I forgive no one.
What?
Oh. I thought you said earlier you did.
Uh-oh.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
We have Maheen.
That goes in my head all the time.
I'm eating these pomegranates in a package and those scumbags packaged this wrongly or something because they are fermented and taste like alcohol. If I get bad effects from this with my medication, I'm going to get pissed. WTF.
Well, there you go.
What?
Maybe you should stop eating them then.
Yeah.
Hashtag common sense.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Don't eat them.
Don't. All right, Ann. Listen, we had a crazy show tonight. We had McKenna on. I forgot his name. James McKenna. I already forgot his name. We had him on, the American Psycho nut job. He was a funny guy over there. We spoke about Jon Jones and Colby Covington and the Diaz brothers having sex. Do you think the Diaz brothers have sex? Be honest.
They're awful close. Yeah.
Right?
I tend to agree. Did you check? Yeah, I tend to agree with you. Did you see what I put on the website?
No, what'd you put over there?
Oh, yeah. She put a Kevin Lee picture with a penis photoshopped.
Oh.
It's the best I could do.
All right, listen. Hold on a second. I'm going
scroll
to.
up. You missed it.
I'm going to.
Oh my God! Really?
Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. Ann H has done it. She did. You did it. There it is. Kevin Lee. He's got. I mean, the penis on the outside of his hands, but it's fair enough. We get the idea, right? Look at that, Ann H. And it's black. Oh my God, it's a black penis, Ann. All right. He's cupping the balls. Nice. Good job, Ann. Look at that. That's some. Where'd you learn how to Photoshop like that? It's unbelievable.
I just drew it.
Good job. All right. Anyone else wanted to throw some pictures over there? Well, drop it on the MMA-Holes.com. I'd love to get your best Kevin Lee fondling the balls and taking in the shaft. All right, and let's get some last words or laugh words. Last words, and then we're gonna wind this thing down. We always have to wind it down with you.
Yeah, wind it down with me. I just want to say I love all the MMA-Holes. Love you guys. Great show tonight. As always, you guys make me laugh. I love it.
We love you, Ann.
Yeah, we do.
Thank you.
And thank you very much. And by the way,
I'll be saving that money. I'm saving the money.
Yeah, you need that piggy bank. And by the way, we're switching over our merch. We're gonna try to do a switch, and we might finally get hats. We might finally get fucking hats, NH. So we'll get you a hat once we get that taken care of. Thank you for calling in, and we'll talk to you soon, NH.
Well, thank you.
All right, bye. NH, the best, Jessie.
The best.
The best. I tell you, the things I do for Ann, not to Ann, Jessie.
Yeah.
For Ann. She's a beautiful lady, and she's a wonderful, wonderful MMA home. Let's take a couple of comments from the chat room, and then we're going to wind this shite down. Remember, we need some help over here in the community section. Hold on. In the community section, we have 2 spots left on the
Die of Doom.
So get your thoughts in over here. We want to know what you think should be on the Die of Doom, and we will put it on the final 2 spots, and we'll debut the new die on Friday. That's right. Subscribe to Not the MMA Holes and JBH's channel in the description on our off days. Sometimes we go live on there, play video games, baking, whatever the fuck we want to do. All right? So check it out down below. TheMMAHoles.com is our website. Podbean and iTunes is where you can listen to us. And JBH.
You can't stop the Siberian Express.
Choo-choo.
Motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Super Saiyan Vegeta.
Let us forgive Jones for crashing into a pregnant woman, almost killing her child, and running away from the scene. For using the weapon of PEDs against natty fighters. For lying over and over about cheating. And lying some more. Let us forgive Baha.
I don't think he forgives Jon Jones.
Haha. Baha.
I don't think he forgives him. So I think that should be the question. In the comment section down below, do you forgive Jon Bones Jones? Let us know in the comment section when this thing winds down. Jessie?
Jessie? Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.